Attention, stations on the network. Our broadcast will begin in 2 minutes from my mark. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, mark. That was your 2-minute time check, stations. Attention, stations on the network. Our broadcast will begin in 1 minute from my mark. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, mark. That was your 1-minute time check, stations.
On the Hawkeye Sports Network from Learfield, Hawkeye Women's Basketball is on the air. Presented by the University of Iowa Energy Collaborative, delivering the funds the university needs to drive academic and research excellence while optimizing campus utilities for a generation to come. Visit uiowaenergycollaborative.com. Also brought to you by Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Honda. To see how Honda crushes the competition, see your local Central Midwest Honda dealer. Honda gets the Midwest. University of Iowa Healthcare. Changing medicine, changing lives. U.S. Bank. Proud to support Iowa basketball. U.S. Bank. Equal housing lender, member FDIC. Wimmer's Meats. The official hot dog of the Hawkeyes. And by 988. There is hope with a 988 lifeline. Call or text 988 for free. 24/7. This is the University of Iowa Energy Collab pregame show. Powered by the University of Iowa Energy Collaborative. Empowering Hawkeyes to do energy right. Here's Rob Brooks and former Hawkeye Catherine Reynolds.
The last 2 years, the Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball team has put together a record of 65-12. Included in that was a school record 34 victories against 5 losses last year. And of course, back-to-back trips to the national championship game. Caitlin Clark is gone. Lisa Bluter decided to retire. Jan Jensen steps in as the 5th head coach in University of Iowa women's history. And of course, Jan knows the university and the state of Iowa very well. This is her 25th season at Iowa. And tonight, she will put her first team on the floor as a head coach as the Hawkeyes get set to face the Griffins of Missouri Western in exhibition basketball. The Hawkeyes had one closed scrimmage against St. Thomas, and we'll have one public display of a game that will not count in the win-loss column before the Hawkeyes take on Northern Illinois a week from tonight at 6:30, and that's the time that we will start to count the wins and the losses. But as we mentioned, a lot of the stars are gone from a season ago, but one star did come to the University of Iowa for her final year in college basketball, and that's Lucy Olson, the nation's third leading scorer, transferred from Villanova. And she was behind Caitlin Clark, Juju Watkins, so we know that she can put the ball in the basket, and it'll be exciting to see her in the black and gold. And was also a preseason first-team All-Big Ten selection. Hannah Stuelke also back and healthy. She was a preseason first-team All-Big Ten selection, second-team All-Conference last year, coming off a terrific season in which she averaged 14 points and 6.6 rebounds per contest. So that's much of the excitement inside Carver Hawkeye Arena tonight is new roles, some new faces that Iowa will put out on the basketball court. And, of course, we will celebrate what has happened the last couple of years. And you'll hear Jan Jensen talk about getting the championship rings during the Iowa football game last weekend and having Caitlin Clark and Kate Martin and Gabby Marshall, Sharon Goodman, all back for that ceremony. But it's down to business, and it all starts tonight. Iowa and Missouri Western, a Division II team that has had tremendous success, especially last year, coming off a 25-6 mark. Catherine Reynolds will join me for most of the action this year, so pleased to have her here tonight. And during our extended pregame show, remember, we're going to be on a half hour before each and every game. We'll hear from Jan Jensen. We will certainly get Catherine's keys to a Hawkeye victory. We will hear from one of the coaches from the opposing team, all leading off to tip-off just after 6:30 this evening. We'll be back with more from Carver Hawkeye Arena after the break. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
Need a little boost? Nothing beats the rich, smooth taste of Quick Star's Karuba coffee. Fresh, delicious, and always brewed just right. Now only 79 cents. Any size. When you swipe your Quick Rewards card. Pair it with a fresh baked cookie or muffin from the bake sale and level up your day. Quality coffee at an unbeatable price. Stop by, grab a cup, and taste the difference. Only at Quick Star.
Hawkeye fans, get ready for the game with Big Grove. As an official craft brewery of the Iowa Hawkeyes, we're excited to bring you the ultimate game-watching experience. Enjoy fan favorites like Easy Eddie and Citrus Surfer while cheering on the Hawks. Can't make it to Carver? Join us at any of our 4 Iowa locations in Iowa City, Cedar Rapids, Des Moines, and Solon, where you can get out of the cold and enjoy warm hospitality while watching the game. Big Grove Brewery, your official watch party headquarters of the Iowa Hawkeyes all season long. Go Hawks!
At U.S. Bank, when they say they're in it with you, they mean it. Not just for the good stuff, the grand openings and celebrations, although those are pretty great, but for all the hard work it took to get there, the fine-tuning of goals, the managing of cash and workflows, and decision-making. They're in to help you through all of it, because together they're proving day in and day out that there is nothing as powerful as the power of us. Visit usbank.com to get started today. Equal housing lender, member FDIC, copyright 2024, U.S. Bank.
Travel Leaders Destinations Unlimited. We provide experiential travel and vacation planning for Hawkeye fans across the state. Contact one of our destination experts to start planning your next trip at duagency.com.
Get in the game with Hawk Talk. Join Coach Kirk Ferentz and host Gary Dolphin for 90 minutes of Iowa football talk. Wednesdays, 6:30 to 8 Central. Listen live on the Hawkeye Radio Network and Iowa Hawkeyes YouTube channel. Presented by View Rooftop.
Both teams out on the court warming up. The Hawkeyes to the basket to our right and Missouri Western to our left. Division II team with 6 returners coming off an outstanding season at 25-6 last year. Most of the stars, kind of like the same situation Iowa's in, have moved on, but do have some players that experienced that success, but also some newcomers that we'll talk about as well. In the last 3 seasons, Missouri Western has won 24 or more games. And Catherine had the opportunity before tonight's game to talk to one of their top assistants, Kendall Spray.
Coach Spray. Coach, can you just talk a little bit about your team and what you're excited about as this new season gets underway?
We're just excited to be here. I think it's a fun experience for our girls. They're all very excited to come down here to Carver Arena and play the Hawkeyes. So I think it's a good opportunity for us to showcase who we are on another Power 5 level and just have fun.
And when you say who we are, can you talk a little bit more about that, about your style of play and what, as a new coaching staff, you're looking to establish for your team's identity?
All right. We're all about having fun. So if you're not having fun, you're doing it wrong. We're all about that, competing hard. We're like a 5 out sometimes, 4 around 1, moving the ball, body moving. We want to get it out quick, have good pace, and get stops on the defensive end.
Can you talk a little bit as individuals go in your personnel and who you're looking for to kind of lead this team under a new coaching staff and in a new season?
Our point guard is very good. She's quick, tiny, but she can get around anybody, can score very well at all 3 levels. And we have a girl from Eckerd that came with coach, so she understands the offense very well, and she can do just about anything, and she's good with helping the other ones come along and get to where they need to be. We have a good post down low with Tiani and Jaden. They're very strong and quick and can do just about anything down there.
Yeah, and you mentioned you've got some new people kind of leading the way after success last season, winning the conference and all that. So some of your leaders off the court as well?
Yes. Eckerd, Jessica Ford, she's very good with the culture of this program. She knows exactly, she talks the walk and walks the walk. So she's one that we really look up to, and the girls follow her as well.
Well, thank you for your time and good luck tonight, Coach.
Thank you.
Kendall Spray, assistant coach for Missouri Western, talking a lot about Jessica Ford, the 5'11 junior who came from Eckerd College with Coach Ashton Feldhaus, who is in her first year, and also Alyssa Bonilla, outstanding point guard, talked about her quickness. She was second on the team in assists a season ago. For a taste of unique flavors you'll love, stop by Molly's Cupcakes in downtown Iowa City for homemade cupcakes, cookies, cakes, bars, and coffee drinks. Molly's Cupcakes is a proud supporter of the Iowa Hawkeyes. Also, Hawk fans, you can experience your home away from home at Coralville's finest all-suite hotels, the Homewood Suites and the Home 2 Suites by Hilton. Each offer guests spacious suites, complimentary breakfast, 24-hour fitness center, a pool, hot tub, guest laundry, and, of course, convenient locations. Let their warm and friendly staff take care of you and your family when you visit Hawkeye Country. Jan Jensen up next on the pregame show. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
You might think Iowa grows corn, but the truth is, corn grows Iowa. Corn can even fuel your drive to watch the Hawkeyes play when you choose Unleaded 88. It's a fuel that's cheaper, cleaner, and greener. Plus, it's homegrown, making Unleaded 88 the clear choice at the pump and totally worth the hype. So as you head to cheer on the Hawkeyes this season, don't just fuel up. Pump it up with Unleaded 88. Find Unleaded 88 at a station near you. Go to iowacorn.org/88.
Did you know that UI ranks near the top of the EPA's Green Power Leaderboard with 84% of our energy coming from renewable sources? Now you can be a part of the team that makes it happen. The University of Iowa Energy Collaborative, with our partner, NG Iowa, is offering full-time positions in utility operations for our campus and hospital water, heating, steam, and distribution systems. Check out the jobs and apply at uiowaenergycollaborative.com.
Our mission at Oak Knoll is to provide exceptional retirement living and health services through Life Care. I'm Steve Rowe, CEO. We are a not-for-profit life plan community and have served the Iowa City area for 57 years. Oak Knoll is located near University of Iowa hospitals and clinics, Kinnick Stadium, Carver Hawkeye Arena, Hancher Auditorium, and downtown Iowa City. Visit our website at oakknoll.com to learn more. We're a proud sponsor of Hawkeye Athletics. Go Hawks!
Hey there, sports fans. Hungry for a legendary experience? Look no further than Bump's Restaurants, proudly named after the legendary Bump Elliott. Nestled right at the Finkbine Golf Course on Melrose Avenue, Bump's is your go-to spot for mouth-watering meals. Present your ticket from today's game at Bump's and get a buy one appetizer, get the second appetizer free deal. Offer good through the next home game. See you soon off Melrose Avenue at the Finkbine Golf Course. Bump's Restaurant, a legendary place with legendary food.
Welcome back to Carver Hawkeye Arena on the pregame show. Rob Brooks with Jan Jensen. And, Coach, as we get set for Missouri Western, the fact that it's kind of been a whirlwind since the Final Four and the spring and the summer. And as you come into this game, has it gone fast, or was it slow until you got practice started?
Light years fast, like ultra speed. I don't think I've ever felt time move faster. I told someone once, remember those old-time cartoon books in the corner? You'd flick it, and they would be like, you'd go, and you'd see the action figure. Well. Yeah, that's how I feel it's been since May. But good, all good, just fast.
Also, too, personnel-wise, tonight, obviously, Sid not quite ready to go. Has that kind of changed the lineup? Have you used a lot of different ones to try to settle in on a rotation?
Yeah, we have. When Sid gets back, she'll be back in. But that's been hard. We can't get the chemistry with Hannah, Sid, and Lucy especially, right? Because Hannah had her knee procedure right after the Final Four, and she really didn't start practicing with us until September, that third week. And then when you come back, she tweaked an ankle, and then her body was a little sore, so we had to back off the load. But I think Hannah, the last week to 10 days, has been getting back to going hard. But without Sid, that's kind of the little engine that drives you with her. She's got that hard-nosed mentality. But I've been really happy with how the team has responded, and we've gone back and forth with some lineups. But we started in the private exhibition, Ava Hayden is our freshman at the center spot. But she and Addie O'Grady have been battling it in a good, positive way. Ava and about 3 others got really sick for about 4 or 5 days. So then Addie kind of flipped it there. But they're both going to see some significant minutes.
Back with more from Coach Jensen after the break. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
Hi, I'm Gary Dolphin, and if you want your home to be exceptionally comfortable during these cold Iowa winters and hot, humid summers, you need to turn to Dave Lennox and your local Lennox home comfort specialist. Lennox has been serving Iowa consumers since 1895, when Dave Lennox built his first furnace in Marshalltown, and Lennox is still building its high-efficiency furnaces and air conditioners there today. For the best home comfort system you can buy, it's Lennox and your local Lennox dealer. Lennox and the Hawkeyes. Now there's a winning combination.
If you or someone you know is having thoughts of suicide, experiencing a mental health or substance use crisis, 988 provides the direct connection to free, confidential, and compassionate support. When you call, text, or chat 988, you'll be quickly connected to trained crisis counselors who will listen to your concerns, provide support, and connect you to additional resources if needed. There is hope. You are not alone. For 24/7 support, call or text 988 or chat 988lifeline.org. A message from Iowa HHS.
What does it mean to be locally owned and operated? For Cenex, it means everything. It means that we know if you take your coffee to go or if you like to stay a while. It means we've helped Little Leagues get jerseys and local festivals get funding. It means we know what our communities need. So you'll always leave Cenex with a full tank, full of snacks, or full of smiles. Or all of the above. And that means the world to us. Cenex, powered locally.
This is the time to trade to a new Honda. Get more for your trade than ever before. Then save thousands with low 1.9% APR financing. All Hondas are in stock. Cars, SUVs, trucks, vans, hybrids, and EVs. Come in and trade today. Get more for your trade and save on a new Honda, like the 2024 Honda Accord, now with low 1.9% APR financing. Search your local Honda dealer. See dealer for financing fees eligible. Well-qualified buyers offer instant 3124.
Jan, one thing, it's always this time of year where everybody's got to be excited to play another opponent and get back on the floor. You've been practicing for so long, and to turn on the lights and have the fans behind you to be reminiscent of last year, but also a new opportunity for some new players and some new roles.
Yeah, I feel like that's what's been so fun about this group is the returners knew what had been lost, and so did the newcomers. But they were all excited about the possibility for, the new roles. Now, who's going to take the game winner shots, right? Who is the one that's, going to get that play?
You kind of knew that last year, right?
Absolutely. You kind of knew it. So they've just really embraced it. And I think they've, enjoyed that underdog role and kind of everybody kind of wondering or doubting, right? So they've certainly practiced really well, but now we just need to start playing other people because our men's practice squad is great, but now they know all of our stuff. They certainly are players playing against themselves. They've done that since the summer. So they're just eager and ready to, really see what we got against other people.
You got a week until you start counting wins and losses. What do you want to get out of a game like tonight?
Well, tonight I'd just like to see different units together. And I'd like to see when the lights come on, who's, kind of really readier to handle it, actually. I'm going to try not to show, all of our stuff, just because you can get a lot out of it running your basic motion, right? And not trying to go with some of the different things and the things that you're maybe doing a little tweaks and changes. But tonight, I'd just like to see different combinations together. And I'd like to see, some of the emphasis we placed on the defensive side of the ball. I'd like to see that look sharper than I think we've done it in the past. And I'd like to see just a little more fluidity in our offense. It's, this offense ebbs and flows. It's usually better with years, but we don't have years. We got weeks.
And speaking of, you've got a lot of first-year players. Right. How have they adapted?
They've been great. I've said often that I couldn't have had a better group in my first year to take a crack at it. Our freshmen are some of the, top to bottom, some of the most decorated kids coming in. But their work ethics are great. And really, they're just great teammates. Like they really get that it's about us and not about me. And it's just been really fun. Every day I can't think of, we have not had one bad practice. We might have had a couple bad drills, but there's not been one practice where you've been like, that was a waste of a couple hours. They weren't ready or they were just a little lackadaisical. I've not had that one time.
Let's go back to Saturday. Obviously, Caitlin and Kate and Gabby, everybody was back. Great to see Sharon Goodman once again. How cool was that moment, getting the Big Ten championship ring and the Final Four ring and just having everybody back?
It was awesome. It was just such a great feeling. And I think the best part of it is now that they're not in the locker room or you're not coaching them, but those bonds, how excited everybody was to see each other. I had a little get-together at my house on Friday night because they all came in. And that was probably one of the most fun nights all of us have, had in a long time because now they're adults, right? And so they're coming over and you can have more of that social time where you're reminiscing. We have not reminisced with that group. Because think about it, right after the Final Four, we went into Wooden Awards, so we went into the draft, and then they had to fly to the draft right away, and then it's time to move out, and Sharon Goodman starts her nursing career. Molly Davis, she wasn't able to be back because she went into coaching. But then to have that bond together, that was really fun because we were talking about old war stories and, man, what a group.
Plenty of them, right?
Oh, yeah.
Well, Jan, go get them tonight.
Thanks so much. I appreciate it. And thanks for all the folks listening. We're so excited to kick off a year with everybody.
We're ready to go. Jan Jensen on the pregame show. Back with more after the break. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
When the game goes into overtime. But the game goes into overtime. The choice to enjoy is easy. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Order Bud Light online today. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
It's October, and that means we're celebrating Pork Month here at the Machine Shed all month long. We're serving up Pork-tastic weekly features like our bacon-wrapped pork trio. Plus, we're bringing back everyone's throwback favorite, the tangy tenderloin. You'll love our month-long features, too, the Midwest Slingers and Maple Bacon Cheesecake. Perfect for starting and ending up your meal. Don't miss out.
At Mid-American Energy, our 1.6 million customers depend on our energy 24/7. That's why we work 24/7 to deliver the safe, reliable energy you need. To keep our 99.9% reliability record, we're enhancing our technology, improving resiliency, and investing in critical infrastructure. We're generating power from all available resources to cover any increases in demand. And we're innovating to ensure you always have the energy you need. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Our mission at Oak Knoll is to provide exceptional retirement living and health services through life care. I'm Steve Rowe, CEO. We are a not-for-profit life plan community and have served the Iowa City area for 57 years. Oak Knoll is located near University of Iowa hospitals and clinics, Kinnick Stadium, Carver Hawkeye Arena, Hancher Auditorium, and downtown Iowa City. Visit our website at oakknoll.com to learn more. We're a proud sponsor of Hawkeye Athletics. Go Hawks!
And bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
enthusiastic crowd getting ready for basketball. The Iowa Hawkeyes on the floor for the first time since the national championship game. Starting lineups and some keys from Catherine when we come back. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
You might think Iowa grows corn, but the truth is, corn grows Iowa. Corn can even fuel your drive to watch the Hawkeyes play when you choose Unleaded 88. It's a fuel that's cheaper, cleaner, and greener. Plus, it's homegrown, making Unleaded 88 the clear choice at the pump and totally worth the hype. So as you head to cheer on the Hawkeyes this season, don't just fuel up. Pump it up with Unleaded 88. Find Unleaded 88 at a station near you. Go to iowacorn.org/88.
We know you're a fan, but is Hawkeye pride in your blood? Here's your chance to prove it. This season, Abbott and the Big Ten are kicking off the largest blood donation competition of our lifetime to fight one of the worst blood shortages in a generation. Simply visit bigten.org/Abbott to sign up for the We Give blood drive and help settle once and for all that the Hawkeyes give the most spirit. Again, visit bigten.org/Abbott to sign up.
Hey there, sports fans. Hungry for a legendary experience? Look no further than Bumps Restaurants, proudly named after the legendary Bump Elliott. Nestled right at the Finkbine Golf Course on Melrose Avenue, Bumps is your go-to spot for mouth-watering meals. Present your ticket from today's game at Bumps and get a buy one appetizer, get the second appetizer free deal. Offer good through the next home game. See you soon off Melrose Avenue at the Finkbine Golf Course. Bumps Restaurant, a legendary place with legendary food.
Travel Leaders Destinations Unlimited. We provide experiential travel and vacation planning for Hawkeye fans across the state. Contact one of our destination experts to start planning your next trip at duagency.com.
Step into the action with the Fight for Iowa podcast. Join host Gary Dolphin as he takes you behind the scenes with Hawkeye coaches, athletes, and alumni. Tune in weekly on HawkeyeSports.com, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, and more. Your front row seat to Hawkeye athletics.
Jan Jensen's pregame show brought to you by Oak Knoll. They're certainly on a mission to provide exceptional retirement living and health services through Life Care, a not-for-profit life plan community serving the Iowa City area for 57 years. Oaknall is conveniently located near the University of Iowa Healthcare, Kinnick Stadium, Carver Hawkeye Arena, in downtown Iowa City. A proud sponsor of Hawkeye Athletics. Visit oaknall.com to learn more. Starting lineup brought to you by Melrose Meadows. Tired of cooking, cleaning, or just being alone? Check out Melrose Meadows. It's voted Iowa City's best retirement community with underground parking, a heated pool, and endless opportunities to stay fit and be social. Learn more. Visit melrosemeadows.com. The Hawkeyes will go with the 6'2 junior Hannah Stolke, Kylie Fierbach, 6-foot redshirt senior, Taylor McCabe, the sharpshooter from Nebraska, and Lucy Olson, the 5'9 senior at the point. And in the middle will be Addie O'Grady, a 6'4 senior. Missouri Western will counter with Alyssa Bonilla. She's the point guard out of El Paso, Texas. Matilda Soderlund, transfer from Morehead State, outstanding shooter. Jessica Ford, who we talked about in the pregame show, 5'11 junior. And Marie Sepp. She's a 5'5 junior from Estonia. And also Jaden Schomp will get the start. Missouri Western tweaked that lineup several times here in the last 15 minutes. Before tip-off, Catherine, what do you look for? What's important for the Hawkeyes to get out of a game like tonight?
Well, first of all, Rob, here we are back for another season. The first one.
Welcome.
Thank you. Happy to be back and happy to see Coach Jensen over here taking the reins in her first huddle before the game kicks off. But, yeah, I think the first key is playing through nerves. And like you mentioned, we've got 6 newcomers on this Iowa roster. 5 of those are freshmen. And across those 6, I think you're going to see significant minutes from most of them. So playing through the nerves and then, secondly, executing. They've been working on their offense and defensive scheme since June, and so tonight is really just about executing those kind of basic fundamentals that they've gotten really sharp at over time, but just haven't done against a different opponent yet. So you're focusing more on you than you are on your opponent in these exhibition games. And then lastly, it's set the tone early, set the style that Iowa wants to play in this game and how they want it to go, and I mean by that pushing pace, controlling the boards, and getting out and running on this Missouri Western team.
Addie O'Grady and Jaden Schomp, 6'4", 6'3", in the center jump circle, as tonight's opening tip is brought to you by Farmers State Bank. Earn $250 when you open an eligible checking account at the Tiffin branch or online. Get rewarded for banking with FSB. Visit myfsbonline.com for complete details. Subject to approval. Minimum $50 deposit. Requires e-statements and direct deposit. Member FDIC. Hawks in the white home uniforms. Griffins with the same colors as Iowa. Black uniforms trimmed in gold. O'Grady wins the tap, and it goes out of bounds along the side, and it will be Missouri Western basketball going right to left in front of us. Courtside here at Carver Hawkeye Arena. Hawkeyes come out in man-to-man defense. Griffins swing the ball around the arc. Bonilla tries to make a move, pushes it right side, jumper no good. Schomp, mid-range jumper no good. And Hawkeyes get the ball. Olsen in the front court, hands it off to McCabe on the right wing, tosses it inside O'Grady, one dribble, and had it batted away by Schomp from behind. Griffins on the move. Sepp on the right side. Ball fake, now top of the key. As Missouri Western continues to work it around the outer arc, moving the ball quickly. Tried a cross-court pass, picked off by Kylie Fierbach. We've seen that a time or two.
Such a strength of Kylie is to read the passing lanes, jump those, and get us sent into an offensive transition.
Now here's Olsen on the left wing, just underway, no score. Stolke just right at the top of the key, hands to Fierbach, drives down the right side of the lane, out the basket off the window, and she's fouled.
Yeah, Yeah, and that's defense leading to offense, just something that you mentioned, Coach Jensen mentioned in the pregame, that she wants Iowa to focus on this season more than before, is defense creating offensive opportunities. And with Feuerbach in the starting lineup tonight, I think she's one to look for to lead that charge.
Jaden Schomp, 6'3" center, picks up the game's first foul. Feuerbach completes the three-point play.
You know, you're excited for these Iowa players who spent a lot of time coming off the bench over the last several seasons to get their chance out here in the starting lineup, including Kylie.
And it's her time. Racing down the right side of the lane, Bonilla's layup is partially blocked by Feuerbach. McCabe brings the ball across the timeline. Now Stuelke, right side three off the front of the iron. Rebound hauled down by Soderlund of Missouri Western. Quickly into the front court. Bonilla working that dribble on the right side against Feuerbach, and Kylie's cut her off a couple of times. Now hands it off to Soderlund. Fires it left side. Jumper by Schomp is up and no good. She's misfired from deep a couple of occasions.
Yeah, but what they're looking to do is stretch their Iowa defense, having their center taking three-point field goals, gets Addie O'Grady out of the paint.
And Addie O'Grady in the paint at the offensive end, and easy two. A nice lob pass from the right wing. Hawkeyes on top, 5-0, 2 minutes into the basketball game. Free throw line extended left is Bonilla. Gets it to the top of the key. That Sepp tries to make a move. Goes to her left, and a scoop shot in the paint. No good. Stuelke the rebound. Fires it to McCabe. Sideline break. Olsen, her three-pointer. A little bit strong on the left wing. Rebound taken down by Schomp of Missouri Western. And now Olsen went after the steal, but a travel will be called first on Missouri Western.
You know, Hawkeye fans are excited to see Lucy Olsen in this Iowa uniform, wearing number 33, number that I may have worn. I thought I'm kind of confused. I thought it was hanging upstairs with.
Well, we took a peek, didn't we?
But anyways, it's great to see Olsen out here after 3 years at Villanova, and offensive firepower that she brings to this lineup.
Tia Ellison comes into the game. Stuelke down the right side of the lane. Nobody cuts her off, and she goes glass with it for her first basket.
Really strong take from Hannah Stuelke, picking up right where she left off, taking it into the lane.
Hawks 7. Griffins have not scored. Ellison for 3 changes that. Knocked it down, just left at the top of the key.
Yeah, another center taking three-point field goals, stretching the Iowa defense. And that's a tough matchup for a center like Addie O'Grady. She's really not used to having to spend a lot of time out on the perimeter defensively.
Olsen tries to wheel around Bonilla to get to the free throw line, and a blocking foul will be called on Alyssa Bonilla. That's her first. Ava Hayden comes in for the first time.
Freshman center from Oregon. I think it's the first player from Oregon to be on an Iowa roster.
And their highest rated recruit coming in. Olsen drives down the left side of the lane. The Hawks really doing a good job taking it to the rim, and she is held.
Yeah, Hayden, about 6'4". You think about the history of Iowa centers over the last, say, 10 years or so. It's been a really strong class of post players, and I think Hayden's no different. And even, going to practice and watching her in action a couple of different times, you see sparks of Gustafson, Sonano, etc., and it's exciting to think about the upside there.
Olsen makes the first and splashes home the second. 2 for 2 at the free throw line. Alyssa Bonilla, starting point guard for Missouri Western, picked up her second foul. She was second in assists last year.
Definitely not a player they want to see in foul trouble early in this game.
9-3. The 6:45 mark. Three-pointer right wing, no good by Reeker. Meredith Reeker, the only Iowa player on the Missouri Western roster. 5'10 junior out of West Des Moines Valley High School.
It's always exciting, I think, for home state kids to get to come back and play in Carver Hawkeye.
Hawks by 6 with the basketball. Here's Stuelke down the right side of the lane in traffic, goes off the window and scores.
With a little flair, no less, from Stuelke at the end, but you can tell she thinks she's got her first step on them getting downhill to the rim.
Three-pointer swish by Tia Ellison. She's 2 for 2 from deep. Came off the bench. Here's Hayden on the right wing. Flips a pass to Stremlow, who's into the game. Across court to Hannah Stalkey, who buries the three-pointer. We saw it a few times last year, maybe more this year.
Yeah, it's looking like it with 2 attempts already early and 50%. You definitely think she's got the green light, it looks like.
And Bonilla also has the green light for Missouri Western, and she flipped up a shot outside of the paint and is knocked to the floor. And that'll be Pierbach's first, the team's first.
But yeah, it's an element of Stolke's game that makes her nearly impossible to guard with how explosive she is when she puts the ball on the bounce, her ability to be down in the post and playing like the 5 position, and then if she can shoot the 3 or even extend out to, kind of a deep mid-range, it makes her a very, very hard guard for other teams. And it also helps out the rest of the Iowa offense when defenses aren't able to sag off for the way we saw Big Ten teams start to do as the season progressed last year.
Bonilla gets the first free throw to go. And Stalkey just did a terrific job, not only what you mentioned as the second free throw goes in, but her free throw shooting so much improved a season ago. Inside, the ball goes right into Hayden, had it blocked away as she went up right next to the basket. And quickly, Bonilla, coast to coast, wild shot, glass only. And Iowa gets the rebound with Hayden. Ahead to McCabe. She'll fire a 3, top of the key, and drills it.
I don't know if I'm having more fun watching the Iowa players react to these baskets or Coach Jensen on the sideline. It's a different style after many, many years, and it's fun to watch the excitement that Coach Jensen brings to the sideline.
Hawks on top, 17-8. Sepp lost control of it on the left wing, and a reach will be called on Taylor Stremlow.
You see, Rob, we've already now seen 3 different freshmen enter the rotation for Iowa here. I know it's early, I know it's an exhibition and such, but I think it shows you a little bit of a taste of the expectations for this freshman Iowa class.
Tegan Mulaney comes in as well. A very highly rated recruiting class. 9th in the country by ESPN.com. And Aaliyah Guyton, one of those players, unable to go, had knee surgery last year, and just climbing the front of the rim is Alyssa Bonilla with a 3-pointer.
Little defensive mix-up on the sideline out of bounds play there. Bonilla got free at the top of the lane. Lots of defensive switches on the screens.
Under 5, first quarter, 17-11 Iowa. And a 3-pointer up and no good by Mulaney. Missed it from the left wing. Long rebound down to the Griffins. Winners of 25 games a season ago. A strong take to the rim by Tafali. But it is blocked away by the Hawkeyes down on the right block. And we've got our first timeout at the 4:38 mark of quarter number 1. And U.S. Bank is a proud sponsor of the Iowa Hawkeyes. We're in it with you for the good stuff and all the hard work it takes to get there, because together there is nothing as powerful as the power of us. U.S. Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC. 17-11, the Hawks over Missouri Western. 4:38 left to go in the first. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
When the game goes into overtime. But the game goes into overtime. The choice to enjoy is easy. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Order Bud Light online today. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
This is the time to trade to a new Honda. Get more for your trade than ever before. Then save thousands with low 1.9% APR financing. All Hondas are in stock. Cars, SUVs, trucks, vans, hybrids, and EVs. Come in and trade today. Get more for your trade and save on a new Honda, like the 2024 Honda Accord. Now with low 1.9% APR financing. Search your local Honda dealer.
See dealer for financing fees. Eligible qualified buyers. Offer instant 3124.
Did you know that UI uses the same amount of energy as all the rest of Iowa City? That's why we have our own power plant, and we're committed to making it clean. By 2025, we'll rely completely on climate-friendly, alternative fuels. Deep in the boiler rooms, engineers from the University of Iowa Energy Collaborative are optimizing the power plant so it can handle these new fuels more efficiently. Learn more about it at uiowaenergycollaborative.com. That's uiowaenergycollaborative.com.
You're listening to coverage of Hawkeye women's basketball, powered by the University of Iowa Energy Collaborative, empowering Hawkeyes to do energy right.
Missouri Western, Lucy Olsen in for the Hawks.
17-11, the Hawkeyes on top of Missouri Western. 4:38 left to go in the first. It'll be Missouri Western basketball. Hawks 6 out of 11 from the floor so far. Missouri Western works it around the arc, gets it into the corner to Biskowska, and she misses her first shot attempt. McCabe gets it left wing off a Olsen pass, couldn't connect. She's 1 out of 2 from deep. Hawks by 6. Griffins with the basketball. Right side jumper to Foley, three-pointer no good. Missed it from the right wing. McCabe with the rebound, brings it herself across the timeline. Kicks it right side to Mulaney, and she has a wide open three on the right wing and drills it.
I talked about fighting through nerves being a key, but evidently that's not much of an issue here, Rob. So far we're seeing good shots taken in rhythm, in range, and especially from these freshmen. It's really exciting to see.
Her first basket, Hawkeyes by 9.
Initially out of the timeout we saw Iowa in his zone defense, but looks like they've switched back to their player-to-player already.
And a three-pointer is knocked down by Bonilla. That's her second three-pointer. Kind of a loose ball, was able to get it down, but there's a mid-range jumper left wing. Lucy Olsen answers.
And that's one of the keys to Olsen's game. It's her mid-range jumper. Yes, she's capable of shooting the three and getting to the rim, but really where she's dangerous is in the mid-range.
Bonilla hands it off to Biskowska. Fires up a shot, didn't hit iron, off the window. McCabe with the rebound, brings it into the front court. Hawks 22, Griffins 14. Mulaney will fire another three-pointer deep from the top of the key. Not quite the logo, but close.
Let it fly, kid. Yeah, there's some range on that. She was getting near those feathers on the Tiger Hawk on center court, but I love the confidence that you're seeing from these Iowa freshmen, Tegan Mulaney in specifics.
Catch and shoot. That's her second three-pointer. Hawkeyes go up 25-14. Approaching 2:30 left to go first quarter. Hawkeyes getting after it defensively. Not allowing any penetration. There's a mid-range jumper by Bonilla. Right wing, no. And the rebound, Mulaney. Gets it to Taylor Stremlow out of Verona, Wisconsin. Inside. Ava Hayden goes left hand off the window. Great position underneath.
Exactly what I was going to say, Rob, is that Hayden established her position early and she buried the defender under the basket. You know, she's pushing back on her. She's establishing that entire block area for her. All she has to do is turn and finish the bunny layup.
5th-ranked post player in the country coming out of high school. Here's a steal in the paint by Stremlow. Lob pass ahead to Ava Hayden. Layup this time with the right hand. Timeout, Griffins.
Oh, and you gotta love it. Freshman to freshman fast break. The pretty pass from Stremlow leading Hayden down the court and finishing the layup on the right-hand side. You know, you can't be much more excited than that to see your freshmen leading the way like they are this evening.
And 7 players have already scored as the Hawkeyes go up 29-14. 1:53 left to go in the first quarter.
Yeah, to see 29 points in just about 8 minutes, Rob, I think that's, you know, what we're kind of gotten a little bit spoiled and accustomed to as Iowa fans over the last several years is high-powered offense where you're running and getting easy buckets. You're also capable of shooting a three, and that puts points on the board quickly, as we know all too well over the last few years.
Well, averaged 91 points last year. Join the Swarm and team up with Iowa Athletics to support local charities. Make a difference today. Visit iowaswarm.com to learn more. Jada Gyamfi in. O'Grady, Feuerbach, Olsen, and McCabe, the 5 for the Hawkeyes out of the timeout.
And here's the change of defense that we're seeing again. Iowa in a zone here, 2-3 zone, where they kind of extend their forwards down the baseline and try to force tough threes like they just did there.
And Ford couldn't connect from the right wing. Olsen in the front court for the Hawkeyes, gets in the paint. Little floater from 13 feet is good.
Olsen just has such incredible body balance. So, a lot of times she gets into the air, looks like maybe she's in a bad spot, but is able to readjust her balance in the air and square her shoulders off to the rim and finish those type of tough shots.
Bonilla down the right side of the lane, couldn't finish the layup. Olsen gets the ball, brings it right wing. Now in between the circles, here's Kylie Feuerbach. Now to Jada Gyamfi, right wing, 3, back iron, no. Long rebound, taken down by Missouri Western. Here's Bonilla in the front court, left wing, drives to the elbow and goes up, and a whistle and a foul will be called on the Hawkeyes.
A quick first step from Bonilla there, that's you get the defense on their heels, leads to fouls. She's done that a couple times here. Luckily that one on the floor rather than at the rim.
McCabe picks up her first. Ball possession for the Griffins. Along the baseline, they get it in. One pass, and Sepp fires a three-pointer left wing, no. And the ball bounces out of bounds along the baseline. Hawkeye basketball on top, 31-14. 48 seconds left to go. First quarter. Olsen across the timeline. Keeps that right-handed dribble going. Tosses it to Feuerbach. Bounce pass at the free throw line. Olsen now back to Feuerbach, and a whistle.
It's one of the first set plays we've seen Iowa run tonight. Try to get a little action to get Olsen going from the free throw line, open up O'Grady down at the block off the screen. But like Coach Jensen mentioned in your interview, Rob, she's probably not going to show too much of their sets tonight and just work on their continuity offense, their 4-out, 1-in, their 5-out that they're used to running.
O'Grady does pick up her first foul. Double team at midcourt, McCabe and Olsen, and creates an over and back violation on Missouri Western Hawkeye basketball.
Yeah, trapping 2-3 zone. The point guard was looking over at coach to get the play call, and that's when McCabe and Olsen went in for the kill, created the turnover.
25 seconds left to go. Hawks will hold for the final shot. And these are always important possessions, as we have seen with Caitlin Clark out there, who's going to kind of be that go-to player.
Yeah, it'll definitely be different, but it's exciting to think about those different options and some people that have been waiting for this opportunity.
And it's Lucy Olsen, 3, no. Putback is good. O'Grady at the buzzer. A little fadeaway from the paint.
Yeah, you're happy for Addie. Big offensive rebound off of the Olsen miss and able to put that back up with a little bit of contact, no less. So good finish by O'Grady off the O board.
Didn't have time to bring it down, held it above her head, and just caught it and put it right back off the window. Play the exclusive Hawkeye Scratch ticket game from the Iowa Lottery for your chance to win football tickets to any of the remaining home games for the Hawkeyes. That's Wisconsin and also Nebraska, with nearly 2,500 retailers in the state. It's easy to find Hawkeye Scratch tickets. Visit ialottery.com for details and join the VIP club today. Always assume a down power line is energized. Stay far away and call 911. Get more safety tips at midamericanenergy.com. We have played 10 minutes. Iowa 33. Missouri Western 14. Second quarter action next. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
Hey Hawk fans, ready to elevate your game day experience? Introducing Daydreamer Cannabis Infused Beverages. Made locally in North Liberty, Iowa, Daydreamer is your all-natural, low-calorie lifestyle beverage made with real fruit. It's light, healthy, and alcohol-free. Just what you need to keep you relaxed when the game heats up. So grab yourself a Daydreamer. Sip local and dream big. As always, enjoy responsibly. Visit us online at enjoydaydreamer.com.
Are you ready to take a sweet trip down memory lane? Come on, let's head straight to the bake sale, only at Quick Star. Craving those fresh, oven-baked cookies like Grandma used to make? The Quickery's got them, baked with love and a touch of that old-fashioned goodness. In a rush? Grab a muffin for just $1.19. A perfect on-the-go treat. From glazers to cake donuts. Indulge at the bake sale. So what are you waiting for? Treat yourself, only at Quick Star.
It's October, and that means we're celebrating Pork Month here at the Machine Shed all month long. We're serving up pork-tastic weekly features like our bacon-wrapped pork trio. Plus, we're bringing back everyone's throwback favorite, the tangy tenderloin. You'll love our month-long features, too, the Midwest Slingers and Maple Bacon Cheesecake. Perfect for starting and ending up your meal. Don't miss out.
Stolke with 7 points back in the game as we start quarter number 2, 33-14 Hawkeyes. Olsen working that point. Gets the ball back from McCabe. Sends it left side. Feuerbach, 3. Swish for Kylie Feuerbach.
Missouri Western start the quarter there in a 2-3 zone of their own, and Iowa just working it around the perimeter. A couple passes, a couple reversals, led to a wide open look for Feuerbach.
And the Hawkeyes' 5th made 3 of the ball game, traveling the call on the Griffins. Hawkeye basketball with a 36-14 advantage.
Rob, how about the crowd for a Wednesday night exhibition game here? These Iowa fans weren't kidding after that support they showed last year, reading right into this year.
Well, you just wait, right?
Exactly. Very fortunate to be a part of it.
These fans will come out. They come early. They like to hang around afterward. And can it get as loud as we've heard the last 2 years? We'll find out.
Yeah, we certainly will. But regardless, I think it's really amazing to see this type of crowd support. And, for these players and this coaching staff to see, yes, obviously the successes of the last few years and some of those individuals, there's no denying what that brought. But to see that these people are right back in their seats for a new year with lots of new faces.
They're entertained, no doubt about it. Here's Bonilla, left side, shot clock under 10. Can't penetrate, has to kick it to the right side. Jumper up, no. Feuerbach the rebound. Pushes the ball to Olsen, brings it across the timeline right side. Lob to O'Grady outside the paint, and she had it swiped away. Alyssa Bonilla, the point guard. Across the timeline for Missouri Western.
It's an area O'Grady will continue to look to improve is her strength with the basketball and her decision making. She makes the catch to turn and make a decisive move rather than playing with the basketball and allowing for guards to swipe at it.
Ford can't score at one end. Olsen can at the other. Buries a three-pointer left to the top of the key, coming off a screen.
Yeah, these Iowa fans are going to quickly fall in love with number 33, Lucy Olsen. She's able to fill it up, and it's something we know this Hawkeye program loves is offense.
39-14, Hawkeyes on top. There's a wild shot, paint no good by DeFauley, but she got her own rebound, pushes it out to Ford. Her jumper right wing no good, and Olsen digs up another rebound. Right-handed dribble across the timeline, looks inside, but gets it to Kylie Feuerbach. Feuerbach gets it back from O'Grady. Three-pointer right wing no good by Kylie. Ball batted out of bounds by O'Grady over to the Griffins, but a good look for Kylie Feuerbach on the right wing.
Yeah, a good look, and really what you are happy about seeing is how comfortable these players look within the offense. And, again, a lot of them were not starters in the past several years with the exception of Stolke, but they were in practice every single day working on these same offenses, getting a ton of reps for several years in this Iowa system. And so you're really seeing a high level of comfort, even if it may be players who didn't get as many minutes over the last several seasons.
Missouri Western with the basketball, working it around the arc. Olsen gives it off to Soderlund. Can't knock down the three from the right wing. Olsen gets the rebound. Boy, I love the way the point guards rebound for the Hawkeyes. She takes it down the left side, goes up, and contact and a foul on Missouri Western.
You can tell Missouri Western is really respecting the offensive transition of the Iowa Hawkeyes. They're not really sending anyone to the offensive glass. They're just getting back on defense. And so, that's kind of why you're seeing a little bit of, more Iowa getting into their quarter-court offense rather than pushing for immediate transition layups. But that's a sign of respect from the Missouri Western team that they don't think they can necessarily stop Iowa in transition.
Miskovska picks up her first foul, 5'11 junior. That sends Olsen to the free throw line. Perfect on the first, and Lucy in double figures with 10 points. Hawks up 40-14, 7:23 left to go until halftime. Olsen fires the second one, good.
You can think defense is a priority for Olsen as well. A couple of different times here she's picked up the opposing point guard almost in the full court, or at least threatens to do so, kind of slow down their offense.
Ellison for three, buries it right at the top of the key. That's 3 threes. You look at the scouting report, very capable three-point shooter, 6'1" sophomore out of Durant, Oklahoma. Feuerbach tries to answer and does with a top-of-the-key three-pointer.
You know, and sometimes when you're seeing the opposing team's center hit threes like that, sometimes you're just kind of picking, pick your poison, right? To allow your center to be comfortable in their defense, keep them in front of them, and you'll be okay with a couple of threes from, a unsuspecting center.
Bonilla tries to make a move along the baseline on the right side, steps out of bounds. That's a turnover. Basketball back to the Hawkeyes. Feuerbach has 9 points. Stremlo and Mulaney back on for the Hawkeyes on top 44-17, 6:35 left to go second quarter. Olsen in between the circles. Gives it off to Mulaney. Three-pointer right at the top of the key. No good. A.J. Ediger just into the game. Grabs the rebound. Dribbles it out to the high post area. Gives it off to Stremlo. Weaves her way to the basket. Ball knocked out of her hands, but the Hawkeyes retain possession. Ediger, the recipient of an outstanding pass by Tegan Mulaney. AJ with her first basket, and that's kind of that pass in the lane that's been so successful.
Yeah, and seeing a different element of Tegan's game. She just came out with a couple of early 3 attempts, and then that time putting the ball on the floor, drawing the defense, and making the little dish pass to her posts. Textbook.
Empty possession for Missouri Western. Feuerbach with the rebound into the front court. Now Stremlo gets it inside to Ediger. She's doubled, looks. Gets it back out to Mulaney for 3 and drops another one home. 3 threes for the freshman, Tegan Mulaney.
And with a hand in her face. She needed no space to get that off and fire that one in, Rob. Liking what we're seeing from Tegan Mulaney here early.
49-17. On the left side to Foley. Gets it into the corner. Soderlund drives, baseline, gets it to go. Little scoop shot that crawled over the left side of the rim, and she is pushed as Stremlo picks up the foul. Her second. McCabe back into the game for Lucy Olsen.
Yeah, a couple of these fouls you've seen from Iowa have been just kind of a half step behind on some defensive rotations, or maybe just getting beat on the first step, and that comes with getting used to the speed and the pace of the college game, which Stremlo, Mulaney, these freshmen will get used to quickly.
Soderlund, transfer from Morehead State, drops in the free throw. That's a 3-point play for her. 49-20 as we approach 5 left to go second quarter. Feuerbach, free throw line extended left. Looking inside, posting is Ediger. Gets it in the paint, up and under move. Couldn't finish as she went from the middle of the paint toward the baseline, but is pushed from behind. That's Jaden Schump. 2 on her.
A really nice up and under move from Ediger. These post players can do those moves in their sleep. That's how much they drill that stuff in practice. And now Randy Henderson, first-year assistant here at Iowa, was previously the head coach at Washington U in St. Louis, but played at Iowa in her time. And that's the stuff that these post players work on all day long in practice. So it's no surprise to see that sort of execution.
1 out of 2 from A.J. Ediger at the free throw line. 50-20. Callie Levine comes in. Miss Iowa basketball out of Solon, 5'9" freshman.
You can see the excitement in Levine during warm-ups, Rob. Just kind of one of those pinch-me moments for a local kid just 15 minutes down the road in Solon to finally have her time out here in her Iowa debut.
And committed early, but she's had a lot of time to think about it and gets that opportunity after scoring almost 2,000 career points in high school. We've got timeout on the court with 4:45 left to go until intermission. Iowa with 50 points so far in the first half. Lead by 30, 50-20. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
When the game goes into overtime, But the game goes into overtime. The choice to enjoy is easy. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Order Bud Light online today. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Whoa, winter is right around the corner. Before you travel for the holidays, get a free vehicle winter inspection from my dad, Brian Seckfetz, and his staff at Dodge Street Tire and Auto. For 25 good years, they've been your family-friendly, dependable, and honest neighborhood auto repair shop. That's why their loyal customers have once again voted Dodge Street Tire as the best in the area. Don't be left out in the cold. Dodge Street Tire and Auto at the corner of Dodge and Church Street.
You're listening to coverage of Hawkeye women's basketball, powered by the University of Iowa Energy Collaborative, empowering Hawkeyes to do energy right.
Rob Brooks and Catherine Reynolds courtside, Carver Hawkeye Arena, exhibition basketball as we get the 24-25 season underway. Iowa and Missouri Western, Hawks by 30, 50-20. At the game or at home, Wimmer's Premium quality hot dogs and sausages will score with family and friends. Take the highest quality beef and pork, combine it with natural spices, and you get the best tasting Midwestern hot dog. Wimmer's, the official hot dog of the Hawkeyes. Don't forget that you can earn $250 when you open an eligible checking account at the Tiffin branch or online. Get rewarded for banking with FSB. Visit myfsbonline.com for complete details. Subject to approval, minimum $50 deposit, requires e-statements and direct deposit, member FDIC. After the Missouri Western turnover, lost control of the ball along the side. The Hawkeyes have it. Stremlow at the point, across the timeline. Mulaney, Stalkey, McCabe, right wing. Now back to Stalkey. Goes to work underneath the basket. Lost control of it, but did get it out to Mulaney. Misfires a three-pointer deep in the corner. On the move is Missouri Western. And it's taken away by Mulaney from behind. Gets it to Stremlow. Trying to over the head pass. That is picked off by Jessica Ford.
Yeah, Stremlow losing her balance, trying to make something happen, and it's kind of one of those, if it would have worked out, it would have been cool.
Yeah, we'll probably see that again.
It's likely. You're also seeing a lineup here now with Stolke playing the 5, the center position, which I think that's a little bit of what Coach Jensen was talking about seeing what lineups work and which groups can play well together.
Sepp knocks down a three-pointer right wing. As the Hawkeyes doubled in the corner, Sepp able to get an open three and hit it from the right wing, 50-23, 3:38 left to go. Second quarter. Here's Mulaney, one dribble. Pass inside intended for Stalkey in the paint. And she's going to get whistled for an offensive foul.
Yeah, that was one where I think there was just some physicality that Stolke is used to facing, and they're kind of unfortunate there. Had a guard help in on her. But that's sometimes the way the whistle blows, Rob.
Griffin's basketball. Bonilla jogs it across the timeline. Fakes, gets to the free throw line, kicks it right side. Sepp tries to make a move, gets it back to Bonilla. Floater paint off the bracket into the hands of Callie Levine.
Good team defense from Iowa on that possession. Bonilla was alone going up against 4 white Iowa jerseys on that floater.
Right side, McCabe fakes, drives toward the baseline, dribbles behind her back, gets it to Callie Levine. Now Jimphy, three-pointer right to the top of the key, off the left side of the rim. Rebound taken down by Jessica Ford. Griffins with the basketball. Bonilla, the most active player, has it knocked away by Stremlow. She goes after it, couldn't get it. Sepp does, gets into the paint, lost control of it. No call on the travel, gets it back outside. Ford, jumper no. Weak side board taken down by the Griffins. Gets it back out to Bonilla, and she'll set things up on the left wing. Keeps that right-handed dribble going. Angles toward the top of the key with 7 to shoot. One-handed pass right side. Shot blocked. to Foley. Couldn't get it up and knocked away, and the ball goes out of bounds along the baseline with 2.2 left to go on the shot clock, 2:18 on the game clock.
Pretty impressive defense there amongst that long possession. You saw Taylor Stremlow diving on the floor, something that Coach Jensen will highlight in the film when they watch it tomorrow. She loves that kind of play. Saw Callie Levine closing out and getting a blocked shot. Lots of good defensive energy for the Hawkeyes.
They will reset the shot clock to 30 seconds. Missouri Western with the basketball along the baseline. Hawks on top 50-23, 2:18 left to go until halftime. Bonilla will throw it in. Wild possession so far for Missouri Western. And it might get wilder as the ball gets out toward the timeline. Nobody there. Gyamfi gets a pass inside. And we've got a foul as McCabe went up strong on the left block.
It's heads-up defense from Gyamfi. The out-of-bounds pass pretty much went right over the heads of all of the Griffin players, so it led to the fast break for Iowa. Gyamfi to McCabe, and McCabe going through some contact to get herself to the free throw line.
Kelsey Johnson, 5'11 sophomore from St. Joe, Missouri, picks up the foul. McCabe knocks down the free throw. Second one also good. She has 5, and the Hawkeyes go up 52-23. 2:12 left to go, second quarter. Griffins with the basketball, working it around the outer arc. Here's Sepp, makes a move, free throw line, kicks it left side. Here's Ford, tries dribble drive penetration, then kicks it out to Karen. Her three-pointer no good, right wing. Feuerbach the rebound across the timeline. Now Gyamfi, right side, catch and shoot 3, no. Battle for the rebound, and it comes right back to Jada Gyamfi. Olsen will set things up. Left side, Kylie Feuerbach. Behind the arc, McCabe coming off a screen. Gets it right side, Gyamfi. She's left alone. Shoot it again. Back of the bracket, no good. Bonilla the rebound. Across the timeline for the Griffins as they slow the pace a bit. 1:25 left to go in the second, 52-23. And a whistle away from the ball. And that'll be an offensive foul on Kelsey Johnson.
Sort of returned the favor from the offensive foul a few minutes ago on Stolke there. But, Rob, I just want to comment on that offensive rebounding that you're seeing from Hayden. It hasn't necessarily translated yet to her actually getting O boards, but you can tell the positioning, her ability to use her length to get the ball tapped out to her teammates. It'll be something to look forward to.
Taylor McCabe, an open 3, right wing. Splashes that one home. Taylor with 8. That's got to be priority number 1 on the scouting report, right?
Oh, yeah.
Guard Taylor McCabe.
She's a sharp shooter. Needs no time and no space.
Sepp misfires left wing for Missouri Western. Hawkeyes quickly in the front court. Feuerbach to Olsen left wing. Lob pass inside. Hayden goes up and lost control of the ball on the way up in the paint. And Missouri Western with the basketball. Open 3. Bonilla drills it right at the top of the key.
Yeah, just nobody picked up Bonilla that time. Waited to her all the way to the three-point line before she had anyone near her. So she's got to take that 3. You're seeing Hayden create really good position for herself in the post on the offensive end, just like we saw from O'Grady, where they're establishing, doing their work early and then making the finish easier for themselves.
And the Hawks can hold for 1. 12 on the shot clock, just over that on the game clock. We're at 7. Olsen in between the circles. Dribbles between the legs, gets a Hayden screen, goes down the right wing, lobs it inside to Ava. Shot is up and no good. But the shot was altered and a foul called on the Griffins.
Saw the set there at the end of the quarter where it looked like Olsen had the rim, pass first, being very unselfish, trying to lead Hayden to the basket. But you see her and Coach Jensen having a laugh now, I think likely on that exact topic, showing you've got the layup, you can take it. That doesn't make you a selfish player. That just makes you playing smart.
Ava knocks down the free throw. Karen picked up her first foul. Hayden again swishes this one. She has 6, 1.4 left to go. As a three-quarters court shot nowhere near the basket by Bonilla. And that will bring the first half of basketball to a close. Iowa 57, Missouri Western 26. University of Iowa Energy Collaborative is proud to be the presenting sponsor of Hawkeye women's basketball this year, empowering Hawkeyes to do energy right. Learn more at uiowaenergycollaborative.com. Also, when it comes to your health, you need the full picture. That means the right diagnosis and the right treatment right from the start. Every day, the University of Iowa Healthcare is working to advance medicine so you can get the best care with more research, more clinical trials, and more treatment options than anywhere else in the state. University of Iowa Healthcare, changing medicine, changing lives. You can learn more at uihc.org. We'll get a full stat recap as the halftime show is coming up next. Iowa 57, Missouri Western 26. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
This is the time to trade to a new Honda. Get more for your trade than ever before. Then save thousands with low 1.9% APR financing. All Hondas are in stock. Cars, SUVs, trucks, vans, hybrids, and EVs. Come in and trade today. Get more for your trade and save on a new Honda, like the 2024 Honda Accord, now with low 1.9% APR financing. Search your local Honda dealer.
See dealer for financing details for well-qualified buyers. Offer ends 10/31/24.
Something big is happening at Hy-Vee. We've just lowered thousands and thousands of prices on thousands and thousands of items in every aisle and in every department. Online, too. And on many of your favorite products. We've even matched prices with some of the biggest discount stores in the country. Because we get it, times are still tough. So we'll continue to work hard to bring you new lower prices on thousands of items. Things are looking different at Hy-Vee. Come see for yourself.
You might think Iowa grows corn, but the truth is, corn grows Iowa. Corn can even fuel your drive to watch the Hawkeyes play when you choose Unleaded 88. It's a fuel that's cheaper, cleaner, and greener. Plus, it's homegrown, making Unleaded 88 the clear choice at the pump and totally worth the hype. So as you head to cheer on the Hawkeyes this season, don't just fuel up. Pump it up with Unleaded 88. Find Unleaded 88 at a station near you. Go to iowacorn.org/88.
Rivalry matchups are back, and you could be there in style with the Iowa Lottery. Enter any non-winning Hawkeye Gold Scratch ticket in the VIP Club for a chance to win exclusive seats to the Iowa State matchups at Carver Hawkeye Arena. Enjoy complimentary food and beverage service, parking, and $500 in spending money as you watch the Hawks and the Cyclones battle for in-state bragging rights. Women's basketball, men's basketball, or men's wrestling. It's your choice. Check out ialottery.com/VIP for details and play today.
Woo-hoo! Hey, Hawkeyes, while your hard-working class are on the court, there's a team behind the scenes making sure that the power keeps going, the water keeps flowing, and the temps inside are just right. Introducing the University of Iowa Energy Collaborative. The collaborative is a public-private partnership between UI, NG, and Meridium. It delivers the funds UI needs to drive our academic and research excellence while optimizing campus utilities for a generation to come. Check it out at uiowaenergycollaborative.com.
On the Hawkeye Sports Network from Learfield, this is the Hawkeye Halftime Show, brought to you by Hy-Vee. Score big savings with the Hy-Vee Perks membership. Iowa Lottery. Be a VIP with the Iowa Lottery. Visit ialottery.com for details. Lennox and your local Lennox home comfort specialist. Made right here in Iowa since 1895. Powered by the University of Iowa Energy Collaborative, empowering Hawkeyes to do energy right. Now back to courtside,
where the Hawkeyes lead Missouri Western in an exhibition game, the final tune-up before it starts for real on next Wednesday. Northern Illinois will be inside Carver Hawkeye Arena for a 6:30 tip. Iowa 57. Missouri Western 26. Time for our halftime stats report, brought to you by Hy-Vee, your one-stop shop for making your life easier, healthier, and happier.
Iowa leading the way here, 57-26 at the half. doing so on 54% field goal shooting, but 45% from three, which is what really kind of jumps off the page at you. And even that was at above 50 for much of the first half for Iowa, shooting 91% from the free throw line, always something that you're happy to see. Leading the way for the Hawkeyes is the newcomer, the transfer from Villanova, Lucy Olson, with 11 points, 4 rebounds, and 4 assists. So quite a line there early from Lucy Olson. Got Tegan Mulaney and Kylie Feuerbach both at 9 points. And Tegan, the freshman, coming in guns a-blazing, shooting 3 for 6 from 3 already here early in this matchup. Taylor McCabe, another notable on the stat line with 8 points already, but 5 rebounds, Rob, which as one of the shortest players on the court, that's always something that's exciting to see for the coaching staff. McCabe with 5 rebounds, 8 points, and 3 assists of her own. Stolke not far behind, 7 points, 2 rebounds, and been making things happen, drawing defense, kind of showing some of her versatility. Looking at Missouri Western, shooting 24% from the field at this point, 29% from 3. They've been a little bit dangerous from 3. A couple of their centers have been able to stretch the Iowa defense, and that starts with Tiani Ellison with 9 points and 3 for 4 from 3. Their leading scorer, Alyssa Bonilla, their point guard, 11 points, 3 for 3 from 3 herself, and 2 for 2 from the free throw line. She's also leading her team in assists and rebounds.
That's the highlights for the first half, and Hawkeyes, great to see 9 out of 20 from 3 and 10 out of 11 from the free throw line. That's tough to do if you're just practicing on your own in the gym. The University of Iowa Energy Collaborative is proud to be the presenting sponsor of Hawkeye women's basketball this season, empowering Hawkeyes to do energy right. Learn more at uiowaenergycollaborative.com. Hawkeyes 57, the Griffins 26. Back with the U.S. Bank scoreboard after the break. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
At Mid-American Energy, our 1.6 million customers depend on our energy 24/7. That's why we work 24/7 to deliver the safe, reliable energy you need. To keep our 99.9% reliability record, we're enhancing our technology, improving resiliency, and investing in critical infrastructure. We're generating power from all available resources to cover any increases in demand. And we're innovating to ensure you always have the energy you need. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Hey Hawkeye fans, Nick Jackson with Iowa Football here. Your support in the stands is critical to our success on game day, but now you have another way to make a real impact. Join the Swarm today and partner with my teammates and me to service charities throughout Iowa. Together, we're making our state stronger and helping Iowa athletics become the place where we experience the thrill of winning championships. Head to iowaswarm.com for more information. Let's make a difference, Hawkeye Nation.
Hey burger lovers, get ready for some serious flavor at the Burger Shed, where we serve up handcrafted burgers, signature sandwiches, and real ice cream shakes. Plus catch all the action on our big screen TVs while sipping on ice-cold beers on tap. Don't miss out on Burger Basket Mondays either. Grab a classic BS burger with choice of side, a domestic tall boy for just $10.99. Come by the Burger Shed on Bass Pro Drive in Altoona for burgers, beer, and a whole bunch of BS. Burger Shed, Bass Pro Drive, Altoona.
Hey Hawk fans, ready to elevate your game day experience? Introducing Daydreamer Cannabis Infused Beverages. Made locally in North Liberty, Iowa, Daydreamer is your all-natural, low-calorie lifestyle beverage made with real fruit. It's light, healthy, and alcohol-free. Just what you need to keep you relaxed when the game heats up. So grab yourself a Daydreamer. Sip local and dream big. As always, enjoy responsibly. Visit us online at enjoydaydreamer.com.
This copyrighted broadcast is an exclusive presentation of Learfield under the broadcasting rights granted by the University of Iowa. Reuse of this presentation is prohibited without the expressed written consent of the university and Learfield. Announcers are provided by Learfield and approved by the university.
Hawks on top at the half, 57-26 over Missouri Western. As U.S. Bank is a proud sponsor of the Iowa Hawkeyes, we're in it with you. for the good stuff and all the hard work it takes to get there, because together there is nothing as powerful as the power of us. U.S. Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC. College football the last couple of days. Last night, Sam Houston State defeated Florida International 10-7, and also Louisiana Tech over UTEP 14-10. And tonight, right now, Jacksonville State and Liberty are tied at 14 late in the second quarter with 2:02 left to go. Also in the second, just underway, 14:46, Western Kentucky 21, Kennesaw State 7. Of course, the women's basketball season, regular season, starts as early as next Monday, as Michigan has a tough opener against South Carolina, the defending champions in Vegas. That kind of the highlight for next week. Of course, the World Series taking place tonight as well, as the Yankees won last night to force Game 5 tonight, and have gotten off to a good start. The Yankees played 3 in the bottom of the first and lead it 3-0. The Dodgers still lead the series 3-2. U.S. Bank scoreboard update brought to you by, of course, U.S. Bank. More halftime from courtside at Carver Hawkeye Arena after the break, as the Hawkeyes lead the Griffins of Missouri Western 57-26. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
Our mission at Oak Knoll is to provide exceptional retirement living and health services through life care. I'm Steve Rowe, CEO. We are a not-for-profit life plan community and have served the Iowa City area for 57 years. Oak Knoll is located near University of Iowa hospitals and clinics, Kinnick Stadium, Carver Hawkeye Arena, Hancher Auditorium, and downtown Iowa City. Visit our website at oakknoll.com to learn more. We're a proud sponsor of Hawkeye Athletics. Go Hawks!
At U.S. Bank, when they say they're in it with you, they mean it. Not just for the good stuff, the grand openings and celebrations, although those are pretty great, but for all the hard work it took to get there, the fine-tuning of goals, the managing of cash and workflows, and decision-making. They're in to help you through all of it, because together they're proving day in and day out that there is nothing as powerful as the power of us. Visit usbank.com to get started today. Equal housing lender, member FDIC, copyright 2024, U.S. Bank.
Hello, Iowa. Here's a promise. Wherever you are in this great state, University of Iowa Healthcare is here for you, even if you never walk through our doors. Educating, caring, leading research, sharing our expertise with all. Because we believe that UI Healthcare is here to make all of Iowa better. UI Healthcare, changing medicine, changing lives. Visit uihealthcare.org.
Hawk fans, stop in and visit the newly renovated guest rooms at Hyatt Regency Coralville Hotel and Conference Center, located in the heart of Iowa River Landing. Stay within walking distance of Extreme Arena, home of the Hawkeye volleyball team, as well as great restaurants, shopping, and scenic walking trails along the Iowa River. Hyatt Regency Coralville is also the home of Hawk Talk with Jan Jensen and Fran McCaffrey. Come together at Hyatt Regency Coralville, where everything you need is right here.
Appreciate everybody tuned in tonight for the start of the 2024-25 season. Hawkeyes 57, Missouri Western 26. And as always, our YouTube channel, University of Iowa YouTube channel, has been very popular. Appreciate everybody checking that out tonight. Of course, the Varsity app, you can download that for free and listen to every game all season long. And tonight we're on AM 800 KXIC and also Sports Radio 97.5 in Cedar Rapids. And of course we'll be on WMT and WHO much of the season, and all of our other affiliates along the Hawkeye Radio Network. The Iowa City Area Sports Commission is responsible for our community being home to countless amateur sporting events and state tournaments, from state volleyball, wrestling, tennis, and much more. The Sports Commission generates significant annual economic impact while adding substantially to our quality of life. The Iowa City Area Sports Commission is a proud presenting sponsor of UI Women's Athletics. Learn more at WeGotNext.org. Third quarter next after the break. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
We know you're a fan, but is Hawkeye pride in your blood? Here's your chance to prove it. This season, Abbott and the Big Ten are kicking off the largest blood donation competition of our lifetime to fight one of the worst blood shortages in a generation. Simply visit bigten.org/Abbott to sign up for the We Give blood drive and help settle once and for all that the Hawkeyes give the most spirit. Again, visit bigten.org/Abbott to sign up.
What does it mean to be locally owned and operated? For Cenex, it means everything. It means that we know if you take your coffee to go or if you like to stay a while. It means we've helped Little Leagues get jerseys and local festivals get funding. It means we know what our communities need. So you'll always leave Cenex with a full tank, full of snacks, or full of smiles. Or all of the above. And that means the world to us. Cenex, powered locally.
Something big is happening at Hy-Vee. We've just lowered thousands and thousands of prices on thousands and thousands of items in every aisle and in every department. Online, too. And on many of your favorite products. We've even matched prices with some of the biggest discount stores in the country. Because we get it, times are still tough. So we'll continue to work hard to bring you new lower prices on thousands of items. Things are looking different at Hy-Vee. Come see for yourself.
If you or someone you know is having thoughts of suicide, experiencing a mental health or substance use crisis, or just needs someone to listen, 988 provides a direct connection to free, confidential, and compassionate support. When you call, text, or chat 988, you'll be quickly connected to trained crisis counselors who will listen to your concerns, provide support, and connect you to additional resources if needed. There is hope. You are not alone. For 24/7 support, call or text 988 or chat 988lifeline.org.
Quick first possession for Missouri Western to start the third quarter. Alyssa Bonilla knocks down a three-pointer. Second on the team in assists last year. And then the Hawkeyes race into the paint, have a tie-up situation. To mop up the area, to be ball possession for Iowa along the baseline. Here's Feuerbach along the baseline, goes strong and finishes off the window. No seal on the baseline that time.
Yeah, and a really nice set from Iowa. They cleared out that whole side so that Feuerbach could give a little fake towards the middle and then drive it baseline. Had the whole lane cleared for her.
Down the right side of the lane, Sepp has it knocked away. Good help by Feuerbach. And the ball goes out of bounds off the Griffins. Iowa basketball on top 59-29. Just underway third quarter.
Yeah, and Feuerbach again kind of forcing that turnover. I know she won't get credit as a steal, but the reason that they turned it over was her reaching her hand in there and snapping it off the basketball off the opposing player.
Just had some huge steals last year.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, she's always in the middle of things, has a great sense and a great knack for where the ball is, and she's got great speed and length, which allows her to get in the middle of a lot of situations.
Stolke tried to make a move, had it batted away. And then it was Bonilla. And she corralled the ball, stepped out of bounds. So it will be Iowa basketball along the baseline. Olsen lobs it out to McCabe, catches it top of the key, fires it inside O'Grady. Amongst a double team, goes up as she went toward the baseline left shoulder and is fouled.
It's another nice baseline out of bounds set where essentially draw the defense out to your shooters and then gave O'Grady the whole paint to try to steal and make something happen. It's a good entry pass from Taylor McCabe.
Ford picks up her first, and that brings Addie O'Grady to the free throw line. Eyes the hoop and knocks it straight through. That's 5 for Addie.
I'm learning early in this season that I'm going to have to do some negotiating with Coach Jensen on where she stands when Iowa has the ball.
You better get used to it. Yeah, you mostly did road games last year, so sometimes we're up a little bit.
Yeah.
You have to get a little bob and weave to to get by Coach Jensen. Coach Bluter stood in about the same place last year, too.
Looks like I'm doing chair aerobics as I try to negotiate my space around here to see what's happening. So I apologize, Rob, if I'm quiet. It's because I, frankly, didn't see what happened behind Coach Jensen here.
Ball possession for the Griffins after the Hawkeye foul. As Bonilla stops at the elbow, drops a nice pass inside. Layup good by Champ.
Another slight defensive miscue on the help side there. O'Grady got pulled away and then left her player there open on the block. So those are the types of kinks that I was working through, not just offensively but defensively. Is all your rotations. It's such a team sport and team defense.
Hawks tried to get the ball. Bounce pass into Addie O'Grady on the left block, and she was pushed. A displacement foul called on Champ. That's her third. Feuerbach at the other end picked up her second. Ellison back for Missouri Western. She had 3 threes in the first half off the bench. Here's McCabe. Out of bounds play 3. No good left wing. Long, but into the hands of Stolke. Gathers, goes up in the paint. Strong move and scores.
And that's the type of move. That's why Stolke's preseason predicted all Big Ten on the watch list for National Player of the Year. She makes moves like that with such emphasis. You really see what Stolke's capable of.
63-31. Three-pointer forward, left wing, no. Just scraped the left side of the rim. Goes out of bounds. Hawkeye basketball.
I think both teams here looking to kind of find the rhythm that they found late in the first half, kind of coming out of halftime a little bit cold and trying to get back in the flow of things.
Ava Hayden in for O'Grady. Hawkeyes with the basketball. Feuerbach in between the circles, looks inside and tries to get a bounce pass left wing, and it's picked off by Bonilla. As she drives the paint, has it swatted away by Feuerbach, but body contact and a foul.
That turnover for Iowa is a set that they ran in the first half as well. That's good scouting and good adjustment by the Missouri Western defense here in the second half to pick off that pass. And Bonilla on the defensive to offensive transition, drawing a lot of that contact, but a lot of time that works out for the offensive player. She initiates it with her, drops her shoulder a little bit, but leaves Feuerbach with the foul.
That's her third. Bonilla connects on the first free throw. She has 15. 7:47 left to go in the third. 63-32 Hawkeyes. Second rolls around, spins off the left side into the hands of Taylor Stremlow. Right side, McCabe drops it inside for Hannah Stolke. Goes up strong in the paint toward the baseline and is pushed by Ford.
Another really good seal, working early by Stolke there, getting her defense deep in the paint, allowing that. Not only does that set her up for success, but it sets the guard who's making that entry pass up for success as well when there's just a clear lane to get the ball into them on the block.
Hannah Stolke at the free throw line. This fires on the first. What a job she did at the free throw line a season ago. Improved to 63%. May not sound great, but a huge improvement as she makes the second.
Yeah, it was an area that she really struggled with her freshman year 2 seasons ago, and last year, like you said, improved to 63%, and look to see that number go up this year. That's so much of free throws is mental. It's like trying to make a 2-foot putt with no break. There's just gets in your head a little bit and makes it a way more challenging shot than it needs to be. And I think Hannah has done such an outstanding job developing the mental side of her game over her first 2 seasons in a Hawkeye uniform, and I'm sure we'll only see more of that this year.
Ellison picks up the foul as Hannah Stolke drove down the left side of the lane. Rewarded with 2 free throws, makes the first. Second one in the air, got it.
There you go, Rob. It's like you spoke it into existence.
3 out of 4. Have full confidence in it. 12 points for Hannah Stolke, 66-32. 7:10 left to go, third quarter. Ellison tries to go to work in the paint. Scoop shot right hand, no. From the middle, about 5 feet away, and a shove will be called on Hannah Stolke.
No, I actually thought that was pretty good defense from Stolke. I think Ellison kind of hooked her to create some space to finish on the right side. But again, this is good experience for all these players to see how officials are going to call the game. At the beginning of every season, the whistle might be a little tighter. Just like the teams, the officials are getting it out in the exhibition for the first time as well. So you kind of just have to adjust to the way that the game is being called.
Ellison has the first one roll off. Second one short. Stolke high for the rebound in the paint. Gets it ahead to Lucy Olson in the front court. Taylor McCabe, free throw line extended right. Waits for something to develop. Stremlo comes off a screen in between the circles. Lob pass Olson. Quick three left wing, no. And the battle for the rebound dug up by the 5'4" Bonilla.
Against the 6'4" Hayden.
She is quick.
She is. She's all over the place. Really has a great knack for the basketball.
And not afraid. Ball goes to the left side, and a pass that DeFauley could not handle. Goes out of bounds, but the Hawkeyes touched it last, and it'll be ball possession for Missouri Western along the left sideline. As they work it around the arc, get it back to Bonilla. Uses the screen right side, hesitates, dribbles behind her back, backs up to try to shoot a three, and then it was blocked by Hayden, who came out, did the job defensively. Hawks in the front court. Olson drops it in. Hayden, left hand on the left block. Scores off the window.
And Iowa fans can get used to seeing and hearing about Iva Hayden doing just that. Getting a great seal, keeping the ball high, no dribble, just as Coach Jensen will preach to them all day long, and then finishing on the left-hand side. Rob, you watch Hayden, and you think about where Megan Gustafson was her freshman year, where Monica Sonano was her freshman year. And with all due respect to both of those, I think you see some things from Hayden, these flashes early that are maybe even beyond where they were at this point in their early careers.
I've heard about her practicing so well as Caron misfires from three-point range left side. Hayden gets it down on the left block. Misses the first, also misses the second. Stremlo position underneath, able to finish. Hawkeyes score inside.
I think Hayden thought that second one was down. She was halfway to half court before, but then really exciting to see the rebounding from freshman Taylor Stremlo, one of two freshmen from the Madison area on this roster, and happy to see her be able to get there and mix things up.
Top 100 player by ESPN.com as we've got timeout on the court. The TO called by Missouri Western with 5:25 left to go in the third quarter. Hawkeyes 70, the Griffins 32. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
Hey burger lovers, get ready for some serious flavor at the Burger Shed, where we serve up handcrafted burgers, signature sandwiches, and real ice cream shakes. Plus catch all the action on our big screen TVs while sipping on ice-cold beers on tap. Don't miss out on Burger Basket Mondays either. Grab a classic DS burger with choice of side, a domestic tall boy for just $10.99. Come by the Burger Shed on Bass Pro Drive in Altoona for burgers, beer, and a whole bunch of BS.
Burger Shed, Bass Pro Drive, Altoona.
Hey Hawk fans, ready to elevate your game day experience? Introducing Daydreamer Cannabis Infused Beverages. Made locally in North Liberty, Iowa, Daydreamer is your all-natural, low-calorie lifestyle beverage made with real fruit. It's light, healthy, and alcohol-free. Just what you need to keep you relaxed when the game heats up. So grab yourself a Daydreamer. Sip local and dream big. As always, enjoy responsibly. Visit us online at enjoydaydreamer.com.
When you live in the Midwest, you're accustomed to leading the nation in certain things, from corn and pork production to eggs and soybeans. And now we're adding another product to that list, clean, renewable wind energy. By investing in wind turbines and partnering with area farmers and landowners, Mid-American Energy is harvesting wind power that's homegrown right in our very own backyard, which not only provides customers with low, stable energy rates, but also the support to make our Midwest communities safer and stronger.
Hawks in command 70-32 as Iowa has led the whole way and looked good doing it. 9 out of 22 from three-point range, 15 of 17 from three. Rebounded the smaller Missouri Western 35-17. We can all help prevent suicide. There is hope with the 988 Lifeline. Call or text 988 now. Hawkeyes shooting almost 62%.
Now that'll win you a lot of games.
Yeah, hopefully we get to say that a lot this year. Griffins with the basketball. Bonilla somehow gets it to go. She was in the paint, spun away from a couple of Hawkeyes, and the scoop shot with the left hand went off the window for two.
Yeah, impressive. With contact, falling to the ground with her offhand. That was an impressive finish by Bonilla. Really a nice little point guard for the Missouri Western.
17 points at 10 in the first half.
Yeah, she's efficient. She's making things happen for these Griffins.
And just about back-to-back timeouts at the 5-minute mark of the third quarter. Iowa 70 and Missouri Western 34. In Iowa, we grow corn, but the truth is corn grows Iowa. Corn grows feed for our livestock, food for our families, and clean burning fuel. For your drive to the game, drive clean with Unleaded 88 and support Iowa corn farmers. Go to iowacorn.org to pump it up with Unleaded 88. Exactly 5 to go in the third. 70-34. The Hawkeyes over Missouri Western the night before Halloween. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
Hey there, sports fans. Hungry for a legendary experience? Look no further than Bumps Restaurants, proudly named after the legendary Bump Elliott. Nestled right at the Finkbine Golf Course on Melrose Avenue, Bumps is your go-to spot for mouth-watering meals. Present your ticket from today's game at Bumps and get a buy one appetizer, get the second appetizer free deal. Offer good through the next home game. See you soon off Melrose Avenue at the Finkbine Golf Course. Bumps Restaurant, a legendary place with legendary food.
Something big is happening at Hy-Vee. We've just lowered thousands and thousands of prices on thousands and thousands of items in every aisle and in every department. Online, too. And on many of your favorite products, we've even matched prices with some of the biggest discount stores in the country. Because we get it, times are still tough. So we'll continue to work hard to bring you new lower prices on thousands of items. Things are looking different at Hy-Vee. Come see for yourself.
Hawkeye fans, get ready for the game with Big Grove. As an official craft brewery of the Iowa Hawkeyes, we're excited to bring you the ultimate game-watching experience. Enjoy fan favorites like Easy Eddie and Citrus Surfer while cheering on the Hawks. Can't make it to Carver? Go to BigGrove.com and enter for your chance to win Hawkeye tickets all season long. Or join us at any of our 4 Iowa locations in Iowa City, Cedar Rapids, Des Moines, and Solon, where you can get out of the cold and enjoy warm hospitality while watching the game. Big Grove Brewery, your official watch party headquarters of the Hawkeyes, all season long. Go Hawks!
You're listening to coverage of Hawkeye women's basketball, powered by the University of Iowa Energy Collaborative, empowering Hawkeyes to do energy right.
Eddie O'Grady back for the Hawkeyes, and Catherine, that's an important piece here too from a minute standpoint, the different combinations, and Coach Jensen gets some film with some different looks. So even though the score is 70-34, still a lot to play for the Hawkeyes, especially with a young team. They reverse the ball all the way to the right side. Count it! Kylie Feuerbach, a wide open three.
A big smiles from Lucy Olsen with the assist there too. It's fun to see the joy with which this team is playing with. But yes, Rob, to your point about the rotations, they've been playing against just each other since June. And so to be able to get out here against a different set of opponents and really just be able to, see kind of what works from a rotation standpoint with some of the options that Jensen has to work with, some different pieces, whether it's, and decisions to make, whether to go with a true center like O'Grady and Hayden, whereas last year a lot of the year was spent with Hannah Stolke playing that center position that allows you to maybe get Stolke at the 4, O'Grady and Hayden at the 5. You've got some freshmen in the mix who can do some things that they're trying to see how they mesh with these more veteran players like Olsen, Feuerbach, McCabe, etc. So yeah, you're right. I think there's lots to be learned, and you can bet that the Iowa coaching staff will be watching this film closely to see which rotations were the most efficient, were the most productive together from an offensive and defensive standpoint.
Mulaney at the free throw line gets 1 out of 2 after the Hawkeyes created a turnover and got it into her at the offensive end, 74-34. Approaching 4 minutes left to go in the third quarter. Left side to Foley. Goes toward the baseline, and the Hawkeye defense forces a turnover. Traveling called on the Griffins.
You know, this is not meant to be a knock on past Iowa team's defense, but it does feel a little bit like the ante's been upped a notch or two. You know, you're seeing just sort of some defensive intensity, and, you know, maybe that's personnel, where Stremlo and Mulaney are players who in high school, that was a focus for them, and so that's exciting to see sort of that juice on the defensive end.
Hawkeyes in the front court. Kylie Feuerbach drives down to the left block, has it knocked away. She was doubled. Picked up by Bonilla. Still in the backcourt for the Griffins, and then gets it across the timeline. 74-34. Hawkeyes on top, 3:50 left to go in the third. And kind of weaving her way to the basket is Bonilla. And a foul will be called on Lucy Olson for a block. That's just her first. Griffins will have the ball along the side, right in front of their own bench. Hit it into Bonilla. This team won 25 games last year. 6 returners, but many of the stars have moved on.
And their head coach.
Right. Well, take an opportunity. First-year head coach in Ashton Feldhaus. Came from Eckerd College. Hawks in the front court. Olsen drives down left side. Turnaround jumper just off the left block is good. Boy, did she elevate on that, and she's fouled.
Yeah, Olsen has ups, and she's got great body balance in the air, which is really rare to see. You know, some of these shots, she gets herself in some situations that look a little dicey, but she's capable of it, and that's something I think these Iowa fans are really going to love watching, is that mid-range game and her ability to both get to the rim and then finish in the air and with some of her acrobatics.
Sepp picks up the foul. Olsen swishes the free throw. She has 14 after having 11 at the half. McCabe back for Olsen. 7-0 run for the Hawkeyes. The last minute 30. 14-2 over the last 4:19. 77-34 on the scoreboard. 3:10 left to go, third quarter. Here's Bonilla, right side. Dribbles between her legs. Has it poked away by the Hawkeyes, who get on the ground. Stremlo is there. And she's the one that did the job defensively. Tie-up situation.
Yeah, great defensive intensity again from Taylor Stremlo, getting on the floor for the loose ball. Sort of reminiscent of how you see Sydney Afalter play the game. And again, that's a style of play that Coach Jensen loves. She loves the players that are kind of nitty-gritty, down, you know, doing the dirty work like that. And, you know, there's not a stat for diving on loose balls, but you can, again, it's another thing that this staff definitely values.
Possession arrow favors the Griffins. They have the ball, and it's turned over as Ellison couldn't handle a pass. Down court pass is caught, and Stremlo lays it up with the right hand on the left side for her second basket.
Defense leading the offense yet again for the Hawkeyes.
Here's Bonilla. Keeps that dribble going in between the circles. Drives down the left side. Wild shot up off the window and goes right through.
Yeah, Bonilla continues to make things happen for this Griffins offense. Just a skilled basketball player with an ability to get to the rim and finish.
And tough shots and not afraid of traffic. Hawks in the front court. Here's a three-pointer by Tegan Mulaney. Drops it right through. She has 13.
Off a step back, no less, from Mulaney. And that's another one of those I mentioned, Madison area from McFarland, Wisconsin. Can tell you, if you're ever passing through, Rob, Spartan Pizza is the place to stop.
That's the spot,
a local favorite.
And this time, Mulaney could not convert. Off the Bonilla miss, 82-36. Hawkeyes on top. Missouri Western with the basketball. Basket to our right. Bonilla backs it up on the left side. Stremlo on her. Feeds it right side. Rieker for three, and that's an air ball, a little bit short for the former Tiger of West Des Moines Valley. It'll be Iowa basketball as the Hawkeyes will bring in Jada Jimphy.
Sort of interesting to see here in this rotation, as we've been talking about, is Taylor Stremlow getting some time at the point guard position. I think that's great.
Got to find that backup.
Exactly. That's such an important piece to any basketball team, is a backup point guard that you trust to put the ball in their hands. And, I didn't really know who that was going to be coming into it tonight. To see the 1-2 punch of Olsen and Stremlow, I think this instills confidence in Stremlow and to be able to get these early reps.
Away from the ball, Hannah Stalkey is tossed to the floor. Karen picks up her second. Nothing malicious, just some contact underneath, and Hannah Stalkey will get a pair at the free throw line. First one is short. University of Iowa Energy Collaborative is proud to be the presenting sponsor of Hawkeye women's basketball this year, empowering Hawkeyes to do energy right. Learn more at uienergycollaborative.com. Second one, good. That's 13 for Stalkey and 7 at intermission. 83-36, 1:15 left to go in the third. On the left side, Karen for 3, knocks it down left at the top of the key. Her first basket out of Eden Prairie, Minnesota, 6-foot junior. Stalkey gets the ball down on the right block. She's triple teamed this time and hits the deck.
Yeah, hard fall on her elbow. You probably could hear that through the airwaves. But, what you saw there was Stalkey put the basketball on the floor for a couple dribbles, and that's, precisely why Coach Jensen and her post coach Randy Henderson don't like when their post put the basketball on the floor. Those traps are coming, and when the ball goes down, it's an easy time for steals to happen. Worked out here drawing the foul, but, against other teams, doesn't always work out that way.
Sepp picks up her second. Stalkey misfires on the first free throw attempt. Second one in the air, swish. Averaged 14 and 6.6 rebounds a game last year, 84-39, under a minute, third quarter. Three-pointer is good from the right wing. That's Karen again.
Yeah, back-to-back for Karen, stretching the defense. These forwards for this Missouri Western team, very capable from three.
Stremlow, free throw line extended left for the Hawkeyes in the front court. Back out to McCabe, fires right side, wide open three, Stremlow, but a whistle underneath. Stalkey, offensive foul, her third.
Yeah, there was a reason Stremlow was so open. Stalkey trying to help her teammate out by setting that screen, just slid into it a little bit too much, had her feet moving when she was trying to set the screen.
Griffins basketball. Sepp across the timeline, greeted by Stremlow in between the circles. Angles right side, Stremlow right there to cut her off. Now goes left side. Missouri Western can hold for the final shot. Sepp now drives to the left baseline, and Stremlow will be called for her third.
Yeah, and unfortunately the Hawks are in the bonus, so that'll send her to the free throw line. But, some of those fouls you'll live with when you're seeing the defensive intensity that Stremlow was bringing to that end of quarter possession.
Lucy Olsen back.
You'd rather need to rein someone in on their defensive intensity than the other way around. And I think that's something to Iowa coaches to be excited about, is what they're seeing on the defensive end from some of their young players.
Sepp, no good on the first, off the right side of the rim. With 11.1 left to go, Hawkeyes will get another possession. Second one, no good. Rebound, Stalkey in the paint. Kicks it right side to Olsen, and no hurry across the timeline. Top of the key, bounce pass to Stalkey, but it's picked off by Karen. Her half-court shot off the right side of the glass to end quarter number 3. Hawkeyes 84. And the Griffins 42. Dodge Street Tire and Auto, locally owned and operated and voted best of the area for the 10th consecutive year, proudly supports Hawkeye women's basketball. Trust Dodge Street Tire for honest auto repair and the best deals on Goodyear and Toyo tires. Dodge Street Tire and Auto, celebrating over 30 good years on the corner of Dodge and Church Streets. Fourth quarter coming up. 10 more minutes of basketball. And then it's Iowa and the Huskies next week to open the regular season. 84-42, Hawks over the Griffins. This is Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
Need a little boost? Nothing beats the rich, smooth taste of Quickstar's Karuba coffee. Fresh, delicious, and always brewed just right. Now only 79 cents. Any size. When you swipe your Quick Rewards card. Pair it with a fresh baked cookie or muffin from the bake sale and level up your day. Quality coffee at an unbeatable price. Stop by, grab a cup, and taste the difference. Only at Quickstar.
Hey Hawkeye fans, Lucy Olson with Iowa Women's Basketball here. Your support in the stands is critical to our success on game day, but now you have another way to make a real impact. Join the Swarm today and partner with my teammates and me to serve charities throughout Iowa. Together, we're making our state stronger and helping Iowa athletics become the place where we experience the thrill of winning championships. Head to iowaswarm.com for more information. Let's make a difference, Hawkeye Nation.
It's October, and that means we're celebrating Pork Month here at the Machine Shed all month long. We're serving up pork-tastic weekly features like our bacon-wrapped pork trio. Plus, we're bringing back everyone's throwback favorite, the tangy tenderloin. You'll love our month-long features, too, the Midwest Slingers and Maple Bacon Cheesecake. Perfect for starting and ending up your meal. Don't miss out.
Hawks outscored Missouri Western in the third, 27-16. Shot 57% from the floor. 9 out of 13 from the free throw line. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to Iowa Hawkeye Women's Basketball. Lucy Olson hands it off to Hannah Stalkey, drives down the right side, and a charge is going to be called on Olson.
Yeah, so Iowa ran a set there out of the quarter break where they essentially had Olson running what's called kind of a draft screen or a draft cut, where she never really stops and sets a screen, but by her running through, get in the way of her teammates' defense. And based on how quickly those two officials blew their whistles, appears to me maybe that's a point of emphasis this season for that to be called an illegal screen or an offensive foul, because that's a very, very common play that you see a lot of teams run with that draft cut.
It'll be different every game. There's no doubt about that. Laura DeFauley went down underneath the basket. She has been helped up and walking toward the bench. That's good news.
Yeah, good to see her walking off on her own power. But I'm pretty sure I'd still be on the floor if Stolke barreled into me the way she just did on that drive to the basket with authority. So good to see Toffoli up and at him.
And Missouri Western has the basketball. Just underway, fourth quarter. Quick three-pointer. Karen, she's been hot. Right wing this time, no. Ball into the hands of McCabe. Lob pass, Stalkey. Easy layup. That's that patented lob pass you love to see with Stalkey, who can beat anybody down the floor.
Yeah, great pass from McCabe, great floor vision, and then, yeah, Stolke running the floor like a tight end and finishing at the rim.
86-42. Whistle as Missouri Western had the ball on the right side. That's going to go against Stalkey. That's 4 against Sepp. Griffins basketball. Ford trying to create. Top of the key, free throw line. Kicks it right side to Schomp. Now to Sepp. Left side. Several feet off the three-point arc. Ford to shoot. Cross-court pass. Jumper is up and no good by Rieker. Hawks with the rebound. Fierbach down-court pass. Olson inside Stalkey. Spin move left hand. And it won't go off the left side of the rim. Had a good look, but she is shoved by Ford. Her third. And Hannah Stalkey back to the free throw line. where she is 5 out of 8 tonight.
It's another reason why, as you were talking about Stolke from the free throw line, is she gets there a lot, and so it's an important element of her scoring and for Iowa scoring, for that matter.
And gets the roll on the first.
Look to see the Griffins here try to attack Stolke now that she got that fourth foul. You saw that a little bit on the last possession, trying to isolate her. So won't be surprised if they run something. Well, that's down. Not going to be able to do so with Mulaney subbing in for Stolke.
Hannah will sit down after making both free throws with 18 points, 88-42. 8:50 left to go. Karen down the right side. Now off to the right side, Ford tries to make a move in the paint from the right wing. And a whistle about 15 feet away from the hoop.
It looked like she just tried to tie her up and got a little bit too much of her wrist, reaching in there for the basketball.
So that's 3 on Olsen. So that's one thing the Hawks, you want to do here in the last 8+. Play good defense, don't reach.
Yeah, there's no reason.
That foul total.
No reason to extend a game by kind of chippy fouls.
And here's a steal by Feuerbach. Bounce pass, O'Grady on the way to the rim. Layup good with the left hand. Beautiful bounce pass.
Yeah, great pass from Feuerbach and great running of the floor by Addie O'Grady there, trailing the play and came out of kind of nowhere for that 2-on-1 situation.
Which she certainly can do. Three-pointer, Karen, good right wing, long rebound. Hustled down by Soderlund. And now she will fire a 3 right side. No. Olsen comes away with the basketball across the timeline. 2 minutes into the fourth quarter. Olsen goes down to the left block. Charge is called. Lucy's fourth.
Yeah, I saw the Griffin establish good position there in transition outside the paint. There's no question that she was out with that no feet in the circle or anything like that, and just an unfortunate play there for Olsen, who was trying to get to the rim.
So Stolke with 4 fouls, Olsen with 4.
Probably start to see some rotations here from the Hawkeyes. Get some players in there, especially with the foul trouble.
7:50 left to go. Another three-pointer right side, no good by Ford. Hawks with the rebound. Olsen brings it across the timeline, angles right side, free throw line extended. Now coming off a screen, McCabe 3 rolls off the right side, but Hayden the rebound, gets it back out to Olsen. She'll fire from 13 short. Rebound Ford, hands it off to Sepp. Across the timeline with speed, kicks it right side. Ford drives baseline, and a charge is called, taken beautifully by Kylie Feuerbach.
Yeah, Kylie Feuerbach really defensively savvy, and that includes plays like that where she's able to get position and, with her speed and her length to get to the spot, beat the player there, and just take pretty much a textbook charge.
And she had several of those a season ago. Ford, her 4th foul. Hawkeyes in the front court. Mulaney drops it into the corner. Olsen, jumper long off the right side of the rim. Rebound taken down by Sepp. Bounce pass right side. Shot is up and no good by Schomp. Feuerbach with another rebound. Drops it off for Stremlow, left wing, brings it to the top of the key. Little stutter step, and gets it to Mulaney, left side. That just caught a piece of the front of the iron. Weak side rebound, Stremlow. Hawkeyes get it back out. Another 3. Feuerbach knocked that one down, but Ava Hayden right there underneath the basket to lay it up and in.
Yeah, great ball movement from Iowa on that possession. Couple of offensive rebounds, some really good ball movement. Everybody on the floor touching it, and leads to a bucket there at the end.
92-42. Hawkeyes on top, 6:20 to go. Bonilla sends it right side as Biskovska.
One thing that you've seen from Iowa is different ball screen coverage throughout the course of the game. Occasionally they've switched when it's more of a guard-to-guard situation. Sometimes they've had their posts come out there and not quite trap, but a big show to try to hinder the ball handler, and then a variety of ways of going over or under the screens. And that's something that, it's really good to work on against a new opponent, because throughout the course of the Big Ten season, every single game is different, night in, night out, how you have to handle ball screens, and that's such a huge piece to most teams' offense. So, that's something that's always interesting to watch and see the different ball screen coverages, both throughout the course of an individual game and then throughout the course of the season, of what's most effective for your defense.
Piskowska knocks down both free throws after the fourth foul by Kylie Feuerbach. So 3 Hawkeyes with 4 fouls. Iowa with the basketball and a huge lead. Levine, free throw line extended left. Fakes right, goes left toward the left block. Turnaround jumper is good from 7 feet.
And the first points of Callie Levine's Hawkeye career, a long time coming. Like you said, committed as, I believe, a freshman in high school at Solon High School. So she's been waiting for those for a long time, and happy to see her put that through the rim.
Now, she scored a lot, almost 2,000 points at Solon. But that Hawkeye basket she'll remember.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm sure her family's here tonight and excited for her. And they've been huge supporters at, pretty much every home game for the last, who knows how many years, but definitely the last 4 years anyway. And so really exciting to see local talent put it on the Hawkeye uniform.
94-44. Hawkeyes with the lead in the basketball. Fourth quarter action. Mulaney gets it left side. Gyamfi fires it inside to Ediger, who just came into the game and took an extra step. Surrounded by several black jerseys and is called for traveling.
Yeah, they've turned up the heat on their help defense when the ball gets entered into the post. Make it really tough on these Iowa centers to have people swarming them on every catch.
94-44 as we approach 5 minutes left to go. Griffins with a basketball. Whistle. Offensive foul called on Shop. That's her fourth. Hawkeye basketball. Stremlo across the timeline. Jada Gyamfi outside the arc, right side, sees an avenue to get into the paint, does so, lost control of the ball, gathered it again, and goes up with the left hand and scores in the paint.
Every time Gyamfi scores, you get the sense she's a bit of a crowd favorite in here. The place seems to kind of erupt when she scores, and nice patience there to get the ball batted away a couple times, but gather and score the bucket.
Tafali threw it away, tried to get the ball from the right side to the left side, and now every Hawkeye has scored a basket that was able to play tonight.
All right, you love to see that. Love to see the balance. Lots to celebrate there.
Of course, no Sydney Falter. Should return to practice next week. Leah Guyton, outstanding freshman, coming off a knee injury. Kenise Johnson, the same. So hopefully sooner rather than later for the two guards. And great news that Sydney Falter will be back in practice next week. 4:47 left to go. Timeout on the floor. Iowa 96, Missouri Western 44. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
Hi, I'm Gary Dolphin, and if you want your home to be exceptionally comfortable during these cold Iowa winters and hot, humid summers, you need to turn to Dave Lennox and your local Lennox home comfort specialist. Lennox has been serving Iowa consumers since 1895, when Dave Lennox built his first furnace in Marshalltown, and Lennox is still building its high-efficiency furnaces and air conditioners there today. For the best home comfort system you can buy, it's Lennox and your local Lennox dealer. Lennox and the Hawkeyes. Now there's a winning combination.
At U.S. Bank, when they say they're in it with you, they mean it. Not just for the good stuff, the grand openings and celebrations, although those are pretty great, but for all the hard work it took to get there, the fine-tuning of goals, the managing of cash and workflows, and decision-making. They're in to help you through all of it, because together they're proving day in and day out that there is nothing as powerful as the power of us. Visit usbank.com to get started today. Equal housing lender, member FDIC, copyright 2024, U.S. Bank.
You're listening to coverage of Hawkeye women's basketball, powered by the University of Iowa Energy Collaborative, empowering Hawkeyes to do energy right.
Hawk fans, don't forget throughout the season to join head coach Jan Jensen and myself for Hawk Talk, presented by Oakdale, live from the Watermill Kitchen and Bar inside the Hyatt Regency in Coralville. Hawk Talk with Coach Jensen will take place from 6 until 7 every week. Please visit HawkeyeSports.com to view the full schedule. Due to travel conflicts, our first show, which will be on Monday, November 25th, will be recorded. For a complete schedule, come on out to the show, as many of you do, and we certainly appreciate it. Visit HawkeyeSports.com. Most Mondays, but there'll be some Tuesdays and Wednesdays sprinkled in there as well. Hawkeye basketball. Here's Gyamfi, top of the key, dribbles toward the elbow, loses control of it. Now off right side, Levine knocks down a three-pointer. Kind of a broken play, but worked out.
Yeah, and confidence, a little flair there at the end, too. I think we saw the tongues come out. Levine having fun with that first three-pointer.
And she has 5. And now the Hawkeyes have 12 made three-pointers. Next bucket will be over 100. Inside shot, Ellison, no. As Missouri Western did a great job to get it down in the paint. The ball goes out of bounds, touched last by the Griffins.
A good help side defense there from Iowa, and good job on the boards, too.
Hawks in the front court. Stremlow gets it to Jada Gyamfi. Free throw line extended right. Nobody comes out on her. Mulaney fires a three, top of the key, a little bit strong. And long rebound dug up by Piskova. 99-44. Here's Bonilla with 19 points on the left side. Now brings it in between the circles, kind of hunting for a shot, but then gets it off to Ellison, who takes a couple of dribbles toward the free throw line and is bumped. Gyamfi picks up her first.
It's like Iowa's switching every ball screen, so you're seeing some kind of strange matchups coming out of that. I mean, even on that last one, the 5-2 Bonilla with A.J. Ediger on her for a moment, but another foul away from the ball.
Free throw good by Ellison. That's her first point since 3 threes in the first half. At the game, we're at home. Wimmer's Premium Hot Dogs and Sausages will score with family and friends. Second one also good. Take the highest quality beef and pork, combine it with natural spices, and you will get the best tasting Midwestern hot dog. As Gyamfi fires a three right side, in and out. Rebound, no, for Mulaney. And good hustle by A.J. Ediger.
The foul is on number 33,
Good effort on the offensive glass by Ediger there. Drawing a foul by getting an offensive rebound.
Piskowska picks up the foul. It'll be ball possession for the Hawkeyes, still trying to get over the century mark. 99-46, 3:20 left to go. Lob pass inside for Ediger, and it's intercepted by Piskowska. And the left-handed layup is good. Took it coast to coast. Gyamfi into the front court, brings it left side, hands it off to Stremlow, gets to the top of the key, holds the ball above her head, and then tries to send a pass inside to Mulaney, cutting toward the basket. It goes out of bounds over to Missouri Western.
Yeah, Stremlow is a very talented passer. It's something that the coaching staff liked a lot about her coming out of high school, and that was a really good look. Execution obviously didn't quite work out with it that time with Mulaney, but the vision that you see from Stremlow and the sparks of what you can see, it's exciting.
Johnson on the left side for the Griffins. Plays catch with Piskowska. Now right side, Bonilla looks inside. Nothing there. Gets the ball back. Free throw line. Spin move paint. Now kicks it into the corner. Three-pointer is up and no good by Ellison. Long rebound into the hands of Stremlow. Brings it across the timeline. Now Levine, three, just a little bit long left wing. Stremlow gets the rebound, spins along the baseline, and then has it taken away. Piskowska on the move, finds the rim. Shot no good. Putback is good by Kelsey Johnson.
Look for Iowa here to kind of settle in, get a good possession.
Jimfy for three. Still can't knock that down. Missed it from the right side. 99-50. We're under two. Here's Bonilla. Gets into the paint and runs right into A.J. Ediger, who took the ball away from her.
It's gotten a little sloppy here in these late minutes, Rob. Lots of turnovers. Kind of turned into a bit of a track meet. But like I said, I think you try to see Iowa settle in. Sometimes you run a set in these situations just to try to get a sure look. Just to have your team settle in. Finish out the game strong.
Piskovska with the push underneath against Mulaney. So Teagan will be at the free throw line, has 13 points. First one is good.
And all of Mulaney's field goal attempts tonight were from three, except for one of them. Took 9 3-pointers, which, you know, with the player of her size and ability, I think that's a matchup that will be tough across the Big Ten. With her size and ability to stretch the floor with her three-point shooting capability.
Knocks down the second, has 15, and that's 101-50 with 1:35 left to go. Three-pointer right side for the Iowa native, Meredith Reeker. Gets her first basket. Valley High School, West Des Moines. Nice catch by Mulaney from Jimfy. Goes up in traffic in the paint and somehow gets it to go off the left side of the rim and a chance for a three-point play.
She got it to go because she is strong. She is, you know, she's a very strong player, and that's where that comes into play, is when you can finish through contact, off balance, and do that late in the game after you've played several minutes. But great pass. Give that assist to Jimfy.
Good high-low action. And the strength by Teagan Mulaney after she was fouled by Gosha Piskovska. And Mulaney knocks down another free throw. Really good minutes from her tonight. 4 out of 9 from three, 4 out of 5 from the free throw line. 104-53, 110 left to go. Karen for three, right wing, rattles around, no. Jimfy the rebound, brings it herself across the timeline. Stremlow on the left side. Fakes right, goes left toward the baseline, up and under move, and finishes with the right hand.
How about this freshman class, Rob, with the stuff that you're seeing from all of them tonight? Stremlow, Mulaney, Levine, Hayden. That's really encouraging if you're this Iowa team, to see your young players with, you know, their first time out under the lights to be able to do what they've done this evening.
Levine picks up the foul against Sepp. So she's at the free throw line with 55-7 left to go. We'll get two. First one strong off the back of the iron. You're right. This
30-second timeout, Iowa.
freshman class ranked in the top 10.
Yeah, highly touted and kind of showing why, and that's even tonight, you know, without Aaliyah Guyton, who's kind of, you know, one of those other highly rated prospects coming into Iowa out of Peoria, Illinois. But she'll be in due time. She'll be out there as well and showing what she's capable of. But I think what you've seen from the other four freshmen this evening has been quite impressive.
Well, her dad could sure play, A.J. Guyton.
To say the least, yeah.
Her great career at Indiana, played in the NBA.
Yeah, I remember meeting her dad on one of her early visits to Iowa, and her mom's quite an athlete as well. Played for her Brazilian national team.
Sepp at the free throw line after a 30-second timeout. Knocks down the second of two. She has 4. Stremlow in between the circles. Right side, Jimfy reverses the ball to Mulaney. Gets it inside to A.J. Ediger, who finishes.
Yeah, great ball movement against the 2-3 zone. Shift the defense and then work the ball inside.
Deep three. Reeker, left wing, no. Jimfy the rebound. And a foul in the backcourt on Karen.
Yeah, a little overzealous by Karen in the backcourt there, going for a steal 80 feet from the rim. You can see her coach shaking her head at her as if to kind of ask, why did you do that with 30 seconds left in the game? But can't explain every
time
play.
And score, right?
Yeah, there's something to it.
Well, Jada Jimfy's happy. She gets a couple of free throws. First one is good.
taking advantage of the opportunity.
109-54. The Hawks have never trailed. Jumped out to a 33-14 lead after one. The second one also good. Sepp, right side toward the baseline. Tries to spin into the paint, loses her balance, and will shoot two after some contact.
Yeah, another drive to the rim where the Griffins offense used a little bit of a hook move to try to create some leverage and get to the rim, and worked out to draw the foul.
Free throw no good. Fell off the left side. Kelly Levine, her second personal, 110-54. Second one, good. A lot of iron, but dropped in.
It doesn't help when that mic's up there right behind the iron. Makes even some pretty shots sound a little worse.
Hawks will dribble this one out to Stremlow. Hawkeye bench all smiles. Led by the head coach, Jan Jensen. And that'll do it. Hawkeyes 110. Missouri Western 55. In the final exhibition game of the year. As Iowa will start the regular season a week from tonight against Northern Illinois. Don't forget that you can earn $250 when you open an eligible checking account at the Tiffin branch or online. Get rewarded for banking with FSB. Visit myfsbonline.com for complete details. Subject to approval, minimum $50 deposit, requires e-statements and direct deposit. Member FDIC. Hawkeyes at midcourt, enjoying this one. Tegan Mulaney with 18, Hannah Stalkey with 18. Stay tuned for the postgame show. We'll have interviews from the Hawkeye locker room. Also, a full look at the final stats after Iowa blows out Missouri Western 110-55. Back to Carver Hawkeye Arena in a moment. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
Our mission at Oak Knoll is to provide exceptional retirement living and health services through life care. I'm Steve Rowe, CEO. We are a not-for-profit life plan community and have served the Iowa City area for 57 years. Oak Knoll is located near University of Iowa hospitals and clinics, Kinnick Stadium, Carver Hawkeye Arena, Hancher Auditorium, and downtown Iowa City. Visit our website at oakknoll.com to learn more. We're a proud sponsor of Hawkeye Athletics. Go Hawks!
If you or someone you know is having thoughts of suicide, experiencing a mental health or substance use crisis, or just need someone to listen, 988 provides a direct connection to free, confidential, and compassionate support. When you call, text, or chat 988, you'll be quickly connected to trained crisis counselors who will listen to your concerns, provide support, and connect you to additional resources if needed. There is hope. You are not alone. For 24/7 support, call or text 988 or chat 988lifeline.org.
This is the time to trade to a new Honda. Get more for your trade than ever before. Then save thousands with low 1.9% APR financing. All Hondas are in stock. Cars, SUVs, trucks, vans, hybrids, and EVs. Come in and trade today. Get more for your trade and save on a new Honda, like the 2024 Honda Accord, now with low 1.9% APR financing. Search your local Honda dealer.
See dealer for financing details for well-qualified buyers. Offer ends 10/31/24.
Whoa, winter is right around the corner. Before you travel for the holidays, get a free vehicle winter inspection from my dad, Brian Sekfetz, and his staff at Dodge Street Tire and Auto. For 25 good years, they've been your family-friendly, dependable, and honest neighborhood auto repair shop. That's why their loyal customers have once again voted Dodge Street Tire as the best in the area. Don't be left out in the cold. Dodge Street Tire and Auto, at the corner of Dodge and Church Street.
We know you're a fan, but is Hawkeye pride in your blood? Here's your chance to prove it. This season, Abbott and the Big Ten are kicking off the largest blood donation competition of our lifetime to fight one of the worst blood shortages in a generation. Simply visit bigten.org/Abbott to sign up for the We Give Blood Drive and help settle once and for all that the Hawkeyes give the most spirit. Again, visit bigten.org/Abbott to sign up.
Hawkeye basketball has been brought to you by U.S. Bank, proud to support Iowa basketball. U.S. Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC. Wimmer's Meats, the official hot dog of the Hawkeyes. And by Lennox and your local Lennox home comfort specialist. Made right here in Iowa since 1895. This is the Hawkeye Postgame Show.
Welcome back to Carver Hawkeye Arena as we start the postgame show after Iowa defeats Missouri Western 110-55. Outscored the Griffins in the first quarter 33-14, second quarter 24-12, third 27-16, and the fourth 26-13. Everybody scored, and Catherine, you have to look at this game and say, okay, you knew what the outcome was going to be. That didn't matter, but thought the Hawks did a lot of great things, shot the ball well, which you always want to see in this situation, especially from deep, and the free throw line. And as you mentioned several times during the broadcast, the defense had good intensity.
Yeah, absolutely, Rob. And, I think beyond even just seeing the ball go in the hole, it went in early, and sometimes I think in these exhibition games it can take a little while for your team to kind of get in the groove, get in the swing of things, and they wasted no time getting hot, especially from three in this game. Iowa finished shooting 35% from three, but in the first half shot 50% from three in the second quarter and 40% in the first. So to see the ball go down early, I think instills confidence in the team, instills confidence in the new players, and they kind of springboard from there. But yeah, when you look at the Iowa defense, gave up 55 points tonight in a high-scoring game with a lot of possessions, so that will happen. But what I think you just saw in general was sort of a tune-up level beyond some of the defensive intensity that maybe we've seen at different times. And, that's not to say that former Iowa teams, weren't working hard on the defensive end. That's not what I mean by that. But you saw some people going for loose balls. Taylor Stremlo's on the floor all over the place. Ava Hayden, freshman, going after it on the defensive and offensive glass. Kylie Feuerbach taking charges, tying people up, forcing steals, jumping passing lanes, that type of thing. And when your defense can lead to offense, that really helps you out and adds another threat and potency to your offense.
Time for the post-game stats report brought to you by Hy-Vee. You can sign up for the totally free Hy-Vee Perks program and enjoy exclusive perks pricing on hundreds of items in-store and online. Save big today at Hy-Vee.com/perks.
Yeah, with our outcome here, final of Iowa 110, Missouri Western 55. Iowa did that on 53% shooting from the field and 35% shooting from three, which, I think that stat's a little, it is what it is. The stat speaks for itself. But as the game flow was going on, you really felt like Iowa was dominant from the three-point line and 84% from the free throw line. Leading the way from individual standpoint and scoring was freshman Tegan Mullaney with 18 points and Hannah Stolke with 18 of her own, followed closely behind with Kylie Feuerbach and Lucy Olson, both also tossing in 14 points this evening. From rebound line, leading the way, Taylor Stremlo, freshman, with 9 rebounds, 3 of those offensive, which is great to see. She really has a nose for the ball, was getting in the middle of things. And 3 offensive rebounds is something that every coach will be happy about. And then you also saw Kylie Feuerbach and Taylor McCabe with 7 boards of their own. Kylie with 1 of those offensive. Looking at Missouri Western, leading them in scoring was their point guard, Alyssa Bonilla, with 19 points. 4 of 5 from 3 and 6 for 13 overall. She also led the way with 3 assists, had 4 rebounds of her own. Also second leading scorer for Missouri Western was center Tiani Ellison off the bench, 11 points. 3 of those field goals were from 3-point range, had 1 assist, 1 rebound of her own. I'd like to see Iowa rebounding dominant, 55-24, the line on the rebounding, and Iowa with leading also with only 15 turnovers to Missouri Western's 19.
And the Hawkeyes led by as many as 56 points, and right where you like to see it toward the end of the game with 27 seconds left to go. Had a 21-0 scoring run in the second at the 7:22 mark and led the entire contest and got 48 points off the bench. A lot to talk about and a lot to look at on film for the Hawkeyes as they get ready for Northern Illinois next Wednesday. 6:30 tip right here at Carver Hawkeye Arena. And then it will be off to Charlotte on the 10th of November. That's a Sunday 4:30 game to take on Virginia Tech in the Alley Tip-Off Classic, which Hawkeyes played in last year against a highly ranked Virginia Tech team and came away victorious with that. So this team will be tested early in the non-conference season, which is great. That's how you grow and get ready for the Big Ten campaign. For tonight, Hawkeyes 110 and Missouri Western 55. Back with more on the postgame show from Carver. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
Hawk fans, be sure to visit and connect with the official local business partners of the Iowa Hawkeyes. The hotel at Kirkwood Center, Iowa's premier luxury hotel. The Jill Armstrong team with Skogman Realty, the area's premier realtor, Melrose Meadows. Voted Iowa City's best retirement community. Tired of cooking, cleaning, or just being alone? Check out Melrose Meadows. Voted Iowa City's best retirement community with underground parking, heated pool, and endless opportunities to stay fit and social. Visit melrosemeadows.com.
What does it mean to be locally owned and operated? For Cenex, it means everything. It means that we know if you take your coffee to go or if you like to stay a while. It means we've helped Little Leagues get jerseys and local festivals get funding. It means we know what our communities need. So you'll always leave Cenex with a full tank, full of snacks, or full of smiles. Or all of the above. And that means the world to us. Cenex, powered locally.
At Mid-American Energy, our 1.6 million customers depend on our energy 24/7. That's why we work 24/7 to deliver the safe, reliable energy you need. To keep our 99.9% reliability record, we're enhancing our technology, improving resiliency, and investing in critical infrastructure. We're generating power from all available resources to cover any increases in demand. And we're innovating to ensure you always have the energy you need. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Hey Hawk fans, ready to elevate your game day experience? Introducing Daydreamer Cannabis-Infused Beverages. Made locally in North Liberty, Iowa, Daydreamer is your all-natural, low-calorie lifestyle beverage made with real fruit. It's light, healthy, and alcohol-free. Just what you need to keep you relaxed when the game heats up. So grab yourself a Daydreamer. Sip local and dream big. As always, enjoy responsibly. Visit us online at enjoydaydreamer.com.
You're listening to coverage of Hawkeye women's basketball, powered by the University of Iowa Energy Collaborative, empowering Hawkeyes to do energy right.
Welcome back inside Carver Hawkeye Arena after the Hawkeyes defeat Missouri Western 110-55. Everybody that played scored. Hawks got off to a great start. Abby Stamp joins me courtside, and Abby just kind of walked me through the game. A lot of smiles out there, and I think one thing that really stood out to me was, one, the defensive intensity, and two, shot the ball very well, especially in the first three quarters, which you always love to see.
Absolutely. And hearing you lead with a lot of smiles out there, that gives me a smile to my face because, you know, one thing we've talked about ever since Jan took over and she's been really passionate about is, you know, there's obviously going to be some different looks out on the court, but you're still going to see that passion, that joy, that love for one another, that grit, all those things. And I thought that was really on display tonight. Obviously, a lot more smiles when you're shooting the ball the way that we came out of the gun. And, you know, honestly, it is a little bit, grind is not maybe the word because you're excited about it, but we get 30 days of practice leading up to the season. And at the same time, we've also been going against since June. So we've been going against each other a lot back and forth against our blue squad. So it was really great to just get out there against someone else, although their jerseys looked a lot like ourselves. It almost looked like we were playing ourselves out there, but it was great. It was great to get a little consistency early there in the offense and hit shots and open things up.
How about the freshmen? Looked like they've been here all year.
I know. Isn't that great? And, I'm watching some of them over there with their families right now, and just the excitement and the joy that they have when they get to run out there and be on the court for the first time in the Iowa uniform. Really nothing better as a coach than when you get to see that kind of stuff going on. But I thought Taylor Stremlow, really went in. She's versatile for us. She's going to play a couple different positions. And she makes kind of some of those Sydney Affolter type of plays on the floor, right? Coming up with a big offensive rebound, getting on the floor, doing those type of things. Tegan Malini, she's going to let it fly, definitely. And I thought she did a nice job for us out there tonight, too. I thought when Callie Levine was in, she made some big plays. And we've got big expectations, certainly, for Ava Hayden at the center position as well.
Yeah, what does she really bring to the table? And she seems to be strong, posts up well, rebounds well. Just kind of like centers we've seen before here. A lot like centers we've seen before, absolutely. Maybe, quite honestly, a little more raw athleticism, definitely than maybe Megan or Monica came in with, certainly. She can really jump. She can move, working on just getting her consistency of the finish and just a little bit of that footwork. But, man, she's strong. She can run the floor. And I thought there were a few moments tonight where you could really see kind of that potential that we want to unleash in her and that we're hoping that we can see out of her more and more as the season wears on. And Hannah Stahlke, boy, she certainly plays just like last year, but with a ton of confidence. Absolutely. A lot of confidence. She knows that, this is really her team. She's playing out on the perimeter a little bit for us, going to play on the inside a little too. Continue to just really try to, use her versatility, make other teams really uncomfortable and how they're going to have to match up and guard her. What are they going to do on that scouting report? So hits the three, rebounds, does all the things. Just really good to see her doing that. I actually realized I didn't even talk about your defensive question, and I want to because we are a better defensive team this year. We have focused on it. We do really feel like we have some really good capabilities there, and some of the things, both the personnel that we have and some of the things that we've really focused on in the offseason. I thought Kylie Fierbach was outstanding defensively tonight. Picked up a few too many fouls, and we're going to have to work on that, but I thought she helped us make quite a few plays on the defensive end, and going back to, Ava Hayden, Hannah Stolke, and Addie O'Grady, quite honestly. We in the past have been hesitant to really do any kind of switching ball screens with our fives. Tonight they were getting downhill. They were looking to pick and pop, so we just went ahead and we switched our ball screen with our fives, and I thought Addie O'Grady, what was she, 6'4", matched up onto about 5'2", but I thought she, did a good job, kept her in front, and was just aggressive and went hard with it. Hey, you talk about Kylie and then also Taylor McCabe, two players that have played, but now certainly different roles and extended roles for sure this year, and this is their time to really step up and make some things happen. Definitely, and I thought you saw that out of both of them. They played loose. They played confidently tonight. I think one thing we really harp on with those two, they didn't get maybe a lot of consistent minutes over the last year or two, only because of the talent that was ahead of them. They didn't really have to turn into anything different than what they are as players. They have worked tremendously hard. They've bought into our system. They're consistent in what they're going to show up and bring you each day. And just like you said, it's their opportunity. They're ready. And, again, as a coach, when you see them step out on the floor and take advantage in that way, just really, really excited for both of those two. Got 1 week before we start to count them. What do you do rotation-wise, game planning-wise? What's it look like here before next Wednesday? Yeah, well, so we really have, I think it's 4 practices that we have leading up into that opener on Wednesday. So we will probably, spend a couple days still maybe looking ahead to what we might see down the road here. Because once November 6th hits, we get a lot of games in fast. We have a lot of road trips. So it really, the pace picks up. So we might spend a couple days, looking at a few of those things. And then we'll shift the page and we'll start our scouting report on Northern Illinois, which is fun for the players, right, to show up every day and have a new challenge, a change versus those, 30 straight days of similar routine and similar practice. So it's about to get wild and crazy, but that's the fun of it all. And this group, I think you got a glimpse of it tonight. I'm excited, really, really excited for everything that's ahead with them. Yeah, you're not shying away from anybody this year, are you? No, we're not. There's no great schedule. No, yeah, it is a tough schedule, and we're on the road quite a bit with those neutral site games and things, which is a little unfortunate, obviously, because there is no place like Carver Hawkeye Arena when you get to be in this building. Although, man, was it hot tonight! But sure was. Yeah, but that's all right. We'll take hot night and hot shooting any day of the week over a cold night in here. So, good stuff. Looking forward to being back in here next week, and glad to be back with you, Rob. Great to see you. Yeah, you as well. Abby Stapp on the postgame show after the Hawkeyes take care of Missouri Western 110 72-55, led the entire way, got 48 points off the bench with 5 players in double figures. Back with more from the arena after the break. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
Rivalry matchups are back, and you could be there in style with the Iowa Lottery. Enter any non-winning Hawkeye Gold Scratch ticket in the VIP Club for a chance to win exclusive seats to the Iowa State matchups at Carver Hawkeye Arena. Enjoy complimentary food and beverage service, parking, and $500 in spending money as you watch the Hawks and the Cyclones battle for in-state bragging rights. Women's basketball, men's basketball, or men's wrestling. It's your choice. Check out ialottery.com/VIP for details and play today.
Woo-hoo! Did you know that UI ranks near the top of the EPA's Green Power Leaderboard with 84% of our energy coming from renewable sources? Now you can be a part of the team that makes it happen. The University of Iowa Energy Collaborative, with our partner, NG Iowa, is offering full-time positions in utility operations for our campus and hospital water, heating, steam, and distribution systems. Check out the jobs and apply at uiowaenergycollaborative.com.
At U.S. Bank, when they say they're in it with you, they mean it. Not just for the good stuff, the grand openings and celebrations, although those are pretty great, but for all the hard work it took to get there, the fine-tuning of goals, the managing of cash and workflows, and decision-making. They're in to help you through all of it, because together they're proving day in and day out that there is nothing as powerful as the power of us. Visit usbank.com to get started today. Equal housing lender, member FDIC, copyright 2024, U.S. Bank.
Hello, Iowa. Here's a promise. Wherever you are in this great state, University of Iowa Healthcare is here for you, even if you never walk through our doors. Educating, caring, leading research, sharing our expertise with all. Because we believe that UI Healthcare is here to make all of Iowa better. UI Healthcare, changing medicine, changing lives. Visit uihealthcare.org.
Travel Leaders Destinations Unlimited. We provide experiential travel and vacation planning for Hawkeye fans across the state. Contact one of our destination experts to start planning your next trip at duagency.com.
You don't have to go to the game to get a game program. You can download it now by visiting the game day page on HawkeyeSports.com. That's right, the game program is now digital and it's free. So check it out. Get the roster, the stats, and fascinating stories about today's matchup. Just go to HawkeyeSports.com and click on Game Day.
You're listening to coverage of Hawkeye women's basketball, powered by the University of Iowa Energy Collaborative, empowering Hawkeyes to do energy right.
And the Hawks did it right tonight, 110-55 over Missouri Western. This is going to be an exciting team to watch all season long, no doubt about that. U.S. Bank is a proud sponsor of the Hawkeyes. We're in it with you for the good stuff and all the hard work it takes to get there, because together there is nothing as powerful as the power of us. U.S. Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC. A couple of college football games tonight, as Jacksonville State leads Liberty 24-21 with 10:40 left to go in the fourth. And late in the third, it is Western Kentucky 24, Kennesaw State 7. As we check the World Series, as the Yankees got off to a great start, scored in the bottom of the first inning, put 3 on the board, and they have continued to score runs. Got 1 in the second, 1 in the third, lead 5-1. But the Dodgers now making some noise in the fifth inning with the bases loaded, with 2 out, 5-1 New York, as the Yankees trying to extend that series and get it back to L.A. as the Dodgers lead 3-1. Oaknall's mission is to provide exceptional retirement living and health services through Life Care, a not-for-profit life plan community serving the Iowa City area for 57 years. Oaknall is conveniently located near the University of Iowa Healthcare, Kinnick Stadium, Carver, and downtown Iowa City, a proud sponsor of Hawkeye Athletics. Well, let's listen in to some of tonight's action. Here are the top plays. Hawks 22, Griffins 14. Mulaney will fire another three-pointer deep from the top of the key. Not quite the logo, but close. Here's a steal in the paint by Stremlo. Lob pass ahead to Ava Hayden. Layup this time with the right hand. Timeout, Griffins. And it's Lucy Olson, 3, no. Putback is good. O'Grady at the buzzer. A little fadeaway from the paint. Feuerbach tries to answer and does with a top-of-the-key three-pointer. Now Stremlo gets it inside to Ediger. She's doubled, looks, gets it back out to Mulaney for 3 and drops another one home. 3 threes for the freshman, Tegan Mulaney. To try to shoot a 3, and then it was blocked by Hayden, who came out, did the job defensively. Hawks in the front court. Olsen drops it in. Hayden, left hand on the left block. Scores off the window.
And Iowa fans.
So even though the score is 70-34, still a lot to play for the Hawkeyes, especially with a young team. They reverse the ball all the way to the right side. Count it. Kylie Feuerbach, a wide open 3. Hawks in the front court. Olsen drives down left side. Turnaround jumper just off the left block is good. Boy, did she elevate on that, and she's fouled. Here's a steal by Feuerbach. Bounce pass O'Grady on the way to the rim. Layup good with the left hand. Beautiful bounce pass. It's her first basket. Valley High School, West Des Moines. Nice catch by Mulaney from Gyamfi. Goes up in traffic in the paint and somehow gets it to go off the left side of the rim and a chance for a three-point play. Hawks will dribble this one out to Stremlo. Hawkeye bench all smiles. Led by the head coach, Jan Jensen. And that'll do it. Hawkeyes 110. Missouri Western 55. Hawkeyes win, and you heard the score with 18 from Tegan Mulaney and 18 from Hannah Stalkey. There were no plays under review today. There'll be some later on for sure, but they are brought to you by Athletico Physical Therapy. Are aches, pains, or injuries keeping you on the sideline? Athletico's movement experts are here to help you turn your setbacks into comebacks and create a personalized game plan for your recovery. With no prescription or referral needed, Athletico Physical Therapy is where your comeback story begins. When we come back, we will head to the Iowa locker room and wrap things up here from Carver. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from their field.
Hey Hawk fans, ready to elevate your game day experience? Introducing Daydreamer Cannabis Infused Beverages. Made locally in North Liberty, Iowa, Daydreamer is your all-natural, low-calorie lifestyle beverage made with real fruit. It's light, healthy, and alcohol-free. Just what you need to keep you relaxed when the game heats up. So grab yourself a Daydreamer. Sip local and dream big. As always, enjoy responsibly. Visit us online at enjoydaydreamer.com.
This is the time to trade to a new Honda. Get more for your trade than ever before. Then save thousands with low 1.9% APR financing. All Hondas are in stock. Cars, SUVs, trucks, vans, hybrids, and EVs. Come in and trade today. Get more for your trade and save on a new Honda, like the 2024 Honda Accord. Now with low 1.9% APR financing. Search your local Honda dealer.
See dealer for financing fees eligible. Qualified buyers offer instant 3124.
It's October, and that means we're celebrating Pork Month here at the Machine Shed all month long. We're serving up Pork-tastic weekly features like our Bacon Wrap Pork Trio. Plus, we're bringing back everyone's throwback favorite, the Tangy Tenderloin. You'll love our month-long features, too, the Midwest Slingers and Maple Bacon Cheesecake. Perfect for starting and ending up your meal. Don't miss out.
Hawkeye fans, get ready for the game with Big Grove. As an official craft brewery of the Iowa Hawkeyes, we're excited to bring you the ultimate game-watching experience. Enjoy fan favorites like Easy Eddie and Citrus Surfer while cheering on the Hawks. Can't make it to Carver? Join us at any of our 4 Iowa locations in Iowa City, Cedar Rapids, Des Moines, and Solon, where you can get out of the cold and enjoy warm hospitality while watching the game. Big Grove Brewery, your official watch party headquarters of the Iowa Hawkeyes all season long. Go Hawks!
You're listening to coverage of Hawkeye women's basketball, powered by the University of Iowa Energy Collaborative, empowering Hawkeyes to do energy right.
110-55, Hawkeyes win it over Missouri Western. And we were talking about World Series on the U.S. Bank scoreboard. LA Dodgers did indeed put 5 runs on the board in the top of the 5th. Now 5-5, Yankees and Dodgers heading to the bottom half. As promised, we'll head off to the Iowa locker room as Kylie Feuerbach, in 22 minutes and 57 seconds, scored 14 points and 7 rebounds. Terrific defense. Catherine, talk to her.
We're in Postgame with Kylie Feuerbach, one of the second leading scorer with 14 points tonight. But Kylie, can you just talk about, with such a new group, how it felt to get out there for the first time tonight?
Yeah, obviously we've been together since now June, and obviously building that chemistry, and it's been really fun. And we have a lot of different assets on the team, so obviously the scoring was pretty balanced overall, and it's kind of exciting to see that just because we have a lot of little pieces that we can put together, and yeah, it was just a really fun win.
Yeah, Kylie, your defense is something that really sticks out, both last season and then again picking up right where you left off, whether that's getting in the passing lane, gap defense, taking charges, forcing turnovers. Can you just talk about your mindset on the defensive end?
Yeah, I think that's one of the defense is always a side that you can always control. Obviously, if shots aren't falling, you can always go to the defensive end and just it's all effort. So just working hard as much as I can and controlling the things that I can control in that end.
Yeah, absolutely. And as a team, what you guys talk about post-game, what you can build on for when you roll it out for real against Northern Illinois.
Yeah, we're really excited going into it. Obviously, a little pieces still getting put together. And there's obviously a lot of things that we can learn from this game. So obviously it's nice to start the games going and finally start to see little things that we can keep working on, and whether it's defensively or offensively. So we're all really excited. All
right. Thank you, Kylie.
Thank you.
Catherine, thank you very much. And Kylie Feuerbach, 5 of 7, and shot the ball great at behind the three-point arc, 3 out of 5. Post-game interview with Jan Jensen, presented by Oaknall. Let's head back to the locker room.
We're in locker room post-game with Coach Jensen, head coach Jan Jensen. You had a new view tonight. Can you just talk about how did it feel?
Yeah, it felt strangely the same, but also very strangely different, right? It's just the perspective, the chair's a little hotter, I suppose. That's why I stood up a lot. No, I think that it was just surreal. A lot of years being with Jenny Fitz and Lisa Bluter, and but the players were so cool, and the fans, golly, I'm just so thankful. If willing us to victory and willing me to have some success was part of the deal, I feel pretty good about our chances to go undefeated.
Yeah, absolutely. And your newcomers this evening, wow. 6 newcomers on the roster. Several of them played a lot heavy minutes this evening, but one of your leading scorers was Tegan Mulaney. Just talk about some of these individual performances and what was encouraging there.
Well, I think what was really fun to see is I felt they all were for one another, and they were looking for their strengths. We've been talking a lot about that. What does Tegan do well? Mulaney, she shoots threes. So, they try to penetrate and kick it to her. But they just play so hard. And I thought they all did their strengths pretty well. Tegan's she's a lethal shooter. And, I've seen her hit like 8 out of 10 when she gets rolling, right? Taylor Strimlow. Is she just not already a crowd favorite? Dive in and talk in and plays the 1, 2, or 3. She has to play 1 out of necessity because Aaliyah Guyton isn't back yet. She's our backup freshman point guard. So I just love that. Ava Hayden runs the floor so well. Callie Levine brought energy. All of them. And Lucy is just, Lucy didn't have to do as much Lucy things tonight, but you can see the game she's got.
Yeah, and your defensive intensity appeared to be a priority this evening. So you mentioned Stremlow getting on the floor for loose balls, but you saw it on rebounding, on the glass, that type of stuff. So can you talk about, was that maybe more of a priority going into this, or what you're really emphasizing on the defense?
Yeah, we are. Our staff, I've kind of done a little kind of like a defensive coordinators and offensive coordinators. So Sean Sullivan and Raina are kind of defense. Abby Stamp and Randy Henderson are more offense. But in basketball, there's only 15, right? So you can do both. But we've tried to be a little bit better with our defensive intensity than we have in past years. We think we can be. We have some better defenders in the mindset. So we have some different goals we're trying to get and trying to reach, and Sean's done a great job of firing up for some of those defensive goals. And I need to watch the film. This team they're playing with the jack-up threes, and had they hit a better percentage, some of them were really wide open. We want them in what we call gap defense. We just really stretched that too much tonight. And then when they kicked it, they got too many open looks. But, sometimes you rob Peter to pay Paul, So I think if we get that gap, the reason they got so many looks is we were helping off too much.
Well, Coach, lots of encouraging stuff this evening, and get to roll it out next week for real. So
absolutely.
Congratulations on the first win, head coach Jan Jensen.
Oh, thank you. It's so good to see you, Catherine. And thanks to all our fans. I'm so thankful for you. Go Hawks.
Catherine, thank you very much. As Jan Jensen in the locker room, presented by Oaknall after the 110-55 victory over Missouri Western in an exhibition game. And we start to count them a week from tonight as Iowa will take on Northern Illinois. We'll be on the air at 6 o'clock with the pregame show, and the tip-off at 6:30, the Huskies and the Hawkeyes next Wednesday, November the 6th. That'll wrap up our coverage of Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Carver Hawkeye Arena. Big thanks to Catherine Reynolds. I'm Rob Brooks. Thanks so much for listening. The final score once again, the Hawkeyes 110, the Griffins 55. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
Hawkeye basketball has been brought to you by Hy-Vee. Score big savings with a Hy-Vee Perks membership. University of Iowa Healthcare. Changing medicine, changing lives. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Honda. To see how Honda crushes the competition, see your local Central Midwest Honda dealer. Honda gets the Midwest. And by Iowa Lottery. Be a VIP with the Iowa Lottery. Visit ialottery.com for details. The preceding has been a Learfield presentation on the Hawkeye Sports Network.